Yasu Malaka. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Paul Rudd.
I didn't see that coming, I have to say.
No, I know.
Didn't see it going that way.
There's a lot of surprises in the last episode.
Wow.
It was pretty emotional. I mean, as you can see, Matthew Perry was in a wheelchair for the last
They've been playing the same fucking clip from Mac and Me. Every time Paul Rudd goes on Conan, he introduces a clip, whatever, from whatever show or movie he's previewing, and then he plays this, First of all, Mac and Me it's a horrible movie. I mean, it's just, I think at one point they just have a 5-minute commercial about McDonald's, and it's just bad, man. I mean, it has a current rating on IMDb, 3.4 out of 10. Which not only tells you it's shit, but it should have never been even thought about for, a worldwide release movie being made, and holy shit, it's fucking stupid. But every time he plays the clip, it's funny. But Paul Rudd is a funny dude. I mean, he's a very nice, likable guy. I mean, he definitely doesn't look his age, and that's probably why he got Sexiest Man of the Year for 2021. Which again, a lot of people always make this, thing here. Like every year they pick a different person, right? I mean, I think the year before it was Michael B. Jordan. So, I mean, you're only good looking for like a year, and then it kind of disappears, I guess. I don't understand, but hey, it's Paul Rudd. Again, who am I to judge on looks? Okay, like I get that completely, but he's got kind of a like a clean cut kind of look. If I don't know if like John Hamm had a kid with Steve Guttenberg. Maybe. I don't know. But the point is, I'm here to talk about Paul Rudd today, ladies and gentlemen, and he's had a very interesting career. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to dive right into this. And with the help of Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Why? Because, why not? They've been around for quite some time, and I don't know, they always ask me for donations. I'm not going to do it, but support the site, and there you go. So, let's get started. Paul Stephen Rudd, born April 6th, 1969. Sorry. So that makes him, let's see, 52. Shit, that's pretty good. Yeah. My birthday's April 9th, so, it makes him an Aries, very lovable guy for an Aries. I mean, usually we're, tough nuts to crack, but, he seems pretty chill, so that's nice. Is an American actor, screenwriter, and producer. He studied theater at the University of Kansas and the American Academy of Dramatic Arts before making his acting debut in 1991. Rudd's films include Clueless, Halloween, The Curse of Mike Myers. Yeah, go figure. Yeah, he was in a Halloween movie. Go figure. Romeo plus Juliet, or and Juliet, depends how you want to say it. The Object of My Affection, Wet Hot American Summer, It's Not a Porn, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, This is 40, Is it Wander? No, Wanderlust. No, because it wouldn't be wonder. There'd be an O in there, right? Yeah, so Wanderlust. Okay. Mute, The Fundamentals of Caring, Ideal Home, and Ghostbusters Afterlife. He also played Ant-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, appearing in Ant-Man, Captain America Civil War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers Endgame, and the animated series What If? In addition to his film career, Rudd has appeared in numerous television shows, including the NBC sitcom Friends as Mike Hannigan, along with guest roles on Tim and Eric Awesome Show, Great Job, Reno 911, and Parks and Recreation, and has also hosted Saturday Night Live multiple times, which I believe, as of yesterday, because today is Sunday, this is the day I should be resting, but I'm making a podcast for you guys, my 4 listeners. It should be his 5th time hosting, so we'll get into that a little later. He started in a dual role in the Netflix comedy series Living with Yourself, which earned him a Golden Globe Award nomination for Best Actor, television series, musical, or comedy, which again, I never understand why they put together the musical and the comedy. I don't know. Why can't it be its own thing? I don't know. Doesn't matter. He stars in the miniseries The Shrink Next Door. He received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in July 2015. He was named as part of the Forbes Celebrity 100 in 2019. In 2021, Rudd was named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. So what more do you want out of life, guys? You know what I mean? You do the TV thing, you do the movie thing, and now you're the sexy man thing. It's and he stays humble. You know what I mean? He's cool with it. He's very chill. Although I do have to say, I've seen the cover. It definitely looks, I don't know, what do you call it? Photoshopped. They gave him a little bit of a tan, it looks like. I gotta be honest with you, this picture actually reminds me of when they first introduced metrosexuals in society, So maybe it's a throwback to that. By the way, metrosexual is someone who, I don't know, I guess acts gay, but is not gay, but, it's not like today where people are, clearly gay and, but then they say they're straight, Again, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to get in shit. I'm just telling you how it is, okay? Let's keep it real, okay? So yeah, that's cool. He's got the arm back. He's kind of got the little muscle there going. That's cool. Hey man, it's Paul Rudd. He's a likable guy. He's nice. He deserves everything he's gotten. You never hear any shit about this guy, but I was able to find some random facts about Mr. Paul Rudd here, and yeah, let's keep this train going. What? He paid a sweet tribute to his dad during his first time hosting Saturday Night Live. Okay, he's there with a nice suit. He's cheering with, I'm assuming it's champagne. Could be apple cider, a little bit of fizz. You never know. I don't know, maybe he's on the keto diet. This was not long after his father had died from cancer, which sucks. And, it's like a Junior Soprano said in the Sopranos, the big casino. I lost my grandma to that as well. And yeah, it sucks, man. It really does. Could have used her a few more years, for sure. But yeah, it says here, to pay tribute to him, Rudd grabbed the shirt he was wearing with both hands. It was his father's shirt from the Navy, and then looked up to the ceiling and blew a kiss. That's nice, Again, Paul Rudd's a nice dude, man. Like, he really is, Rudd, that's Irish, right? I'm assuming, yeah. But then, I don't know. They say he's Jewish, but I don't know. What's his name? Zach Galifianakis made a joke saying, like, how do you hide being Jewish so well? Jeez. He's half Greek, and I love him too. He got to throw first pitch at a Royals game with Rob Riggle and Jason Sudeikis. So you gotta understand, guys, if you're a sports fan, especially baseball, especially if you're an American, this is a big deal, to do that. So it says here, they put us in uniforms, like full-on Royals uniforms, which was awesome. Rob has always had this kind of strapping, barrel-chested 50s father physique. Yeah, it's true. If you know who Rob Riggle is, he was on Saturday Night Live for a bit. Probably one of the funniest scenes he ever did in a movie. I'm just speculating here. Okay, I've probably seen everything he did. He played kind of like a man-child in what was it, the Sell Hard, The Goods, whatever. I forgot the movie. The guy from Entourage there, the Ari guy. Fuck, I forgot his name. Anyways, good guy, good movie. Anyways, what is it? Oh yeah, Step Brothers. Yeah, he's the guy that pow, 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 pow. Are you saying pow, pow? That guy. He's funny. He was in the army too. I know he's a tough motherfucker. Anyways, there's more. He said he continued by saying, and Rob put his on, and he looked like a third base coach. He looked like a manager. We all just kept calling him Mr. Regal. I did not look like I was on the team. I looked like a bat boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn 40 soon. Most people would probably think I'm going to turn 56. So, if you can keep up the whole, looking younger thing, all the power to you, Mr. Red. Wet Hot American Summer helped him fine-tune his comedy skills. It was the most fun ever, he told Vulture, which I assume is a magazine and now a website. We were all friends. We all stayed and lived up on the camp up until, there you go, that movie. I had never worked on any comedy that was really my own sense of humor. Makes sense. We're going to get into this in a little bit. This has got a hell of a cast here. But anyways, while Clueless was fun too, he called Wet Hot American Summer the first subversive thing I ever got to do. Makes sense. It was a shot for $1 million, and I remember Zach Orth was saying, I don't even know if this thing would ever even come out. I just want to be able to have a videotape of it. This was pre-DVD, and that's what we all thought. There you go. So again, we're gonna get some more into that. What was it? I think it was a movie, then it became a show later on, and it's cool. Again, it's rare that you have that kind of a cast, and then later on, years later, you get to all regroup again and do it again. So again, that's pretty cool. He considers Friends one of his big breaks. In case you don't recall, he played Mike. Hey, that's me. Who ended up being the husband of Phoebe after a lot of ups and downs in their relationship. Personally, I think he's one of the best side characters that the show ever had. That's not me saying that. That's just wherever I'm looking at my facts here. Yeah, I don't know. Sure, I guess. I don't know. I always like the monkey there. I don't know. What happened to the monkey? I never really watched Friends. I just remember he had a monkey for a while, and then, I don't know, the monkey disappeared, and then years later, Justin Bieber bought him or something. I don't know. He said about his experience, I'd be a working actor for some 10 odd years, and I just knew that doing just one episode of Friends, more people were going to see that than everything that I ever done combined, times a billion. No shit. Listen, I wasn't that big of a fan of Friends, although I do know the impact it had. Yeah, so, if you can end up on a guest spot on there, maybe get your character going for a little bit, a few episodes, maybe a little bit of a story arc. Yeah, people will definitely remember you. So no worries there. Aging or dying doesn't scare him. See, he doesn't. I'm telling you, it's I said with Jennifer Aniston, it's the olive oil. With Rudd, I don't know. It's the booze. I don't know. Is he a drinker? Maybe it's Guinness. No, I don't know. I always prefer Guinness on tap. That's just me. But maybe that's why he looks so young. I assume that's how they want you to say it. I'm not surprised by anything because I really just feel as if I'm on a slow, steady course to just deconstruction in every facet of my body and mind. My body is like a sandcastle. It can only take so many waves. That's true. I mean, it could just, all of a sudden one day he just wake up ugly. I mean, you don't know. I mean, one day I just woke up, I was like, fuck, I gotta start shaving my head now. I'm just hanging on to shit, and that's it. So the picture you see, with the Malaka podcast, that was me, how many years ago was that? Almost 4 years ago. So yeah, shit can change, man, just like that. Just like that, guys. Very fast, very fast. But he's got the, I'm sure he's got a good makeup kit on set or something. So he'll be fine. Don't worry. Plus he's thin. That always helps. He's got an oval shaped head, like a very thin oval shaped head. Like my shit looks like a dinosaur egg, but I think that helps too. Good head of hair, So there you go. Lucky bastard. It used to be, hold up, wait a minute. Don't I know you? You're that guy. I was a that guy actor. Then all of a sudden, they knew my name. He also told the publication that the kind of parties he gets into is also a measure of fame. Makes sense, I don't know. It's funny. I think the very first thing I ever saw Paul Rudd in was a Super Nintendo commercial. So if I ever meet Paul Rudd, I just want to thank him for, being a part of the whole Nintendo world, that I very much loved growing up. And did he end up getting a free Super Nintendo for his troubles? I've always wondered that, if Nintendo is that generous. He lives a very private life. This is probably why most people don't know that he's married since 2003 to Julie, I hope I'm saying this right, Jaeger. Okay, cool. I didn't even know that either. It's always funny, how all these guys, they get the world's sexiest man, and then I don't know, they're married, So it's I don't know. It's well, okay, so if we give you this device, you can fly anywhere, but you really can't. Or that he has 2 kids, Jack and Darby. Didn't know that either. His love of privacy is what keeps him so down to earth. He once admitted in an interview with Independent, he said, in my private life, I'm dealing with all the scars and traumas and real stuff from living my real life. When I'm in public, I'm giving a very filtered, smooth version of it. You know what? I respect that. Absolutely respect that, You get to go out there, do your thing. I've always said family problems are solved by family members. That's it. So he's able to keep that separate. Good for him, man. I like that. Again, such a nice guy. Just I don't know. I always, I love John Candy, and one day I will do a podcast. I'm still gathering a lot of information there, but I just want it to be as perfect as possible because John Candy deserves it. But you see a little bit of John Candy's niceness in Paul Rudd. You don't see a lot of really nice actors. I mean, there's nice people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everyone's a dick, whatever. I'm just saying, people that go that extra niceness, So it's you see a little bit there. So it's nice to see that. He's done serious films. I would think so. This comedic actor has serious range. Some of the more serious films he's been in include Prince Avalanche, The Cider House Rules, and Romeo plus Juliet, or and Juliet. Don't underestimate this fella. Yeah. Again, we don't need these extra comments, but yeah, it's true. I mean, you know, if you think about it, like, I don't know, they're showing a picture of him here being all serious and shit. I don't know. I mean, he could be constipated, whatever. But yeah, you know, you gotta be diverse, man. I mean, you know, he was in one of those Halloween movies, right? So yeah, you gotta be serious in that, you know, right? He originally wanted to be an artist. Well, so did I, dude. But I mean, come on. Let's see what we got here. He told GQ that if this didn't happen, then he wanted to be a graphic artist. But everything changed when he went to speech class and met an inspiring teacher. It was then that he decided to be an actor. Ah, okay, there you go. So, you know, very artistic mind. That's cool. He once worked on a movie with Courtney Love. Oh, shit. This was for the movie 200 Cigarettes. In typical Rudd style, he had nothing but sweet things to say. I was making a joke there. Listen. We're going to go into the whole Nirvana thing one day, okay? I'm a kid of the 90s. I have to. It's in my blood, you know? I don't know. Courtney Love seems like an alright chick. I don't know. He's rips on her or whatever. I don't know. I was just fucking around. She seems okay. I just, you know, she seems like she likes to party. Let's just put it to you that way. You know, she was good in what was it? The People versus Larry Flint. I thought she was great in that. So where am I going here? Oh yeah. I knew her music before I met her. He told the Harvard Crimson. Yeah. Well, I mean, so did I. I mean, but then again, I've never met her, so, you know, hey, fingers crossed. The Ant-Man star continued on. Oh, there's more. Okay. But if you're ever seen interviews with her, she's actually a very sweet person. I really like her. She cares deeply about what she does, even if she can take flippant attitudes. There you go. See, one thing, you know, let me just say this. This is a little side note here, guys, okay? This is where a lot of guys are intimidated by women who act tough and just run their own shit. You know, first of all, I love that, okay? You know, I think it's awesome. So, you know, don't think just because you see a woman out there, you know, acting the fool or she's had a couple and, you know, don't think she's stupid or what. She's just having a good time. She's letting off steam, you know? I mean, bars and clubs I've worked where, you know, women just go off the rails and, you know, which, speaking of which, like, if you are wearing high heels, hang on to that rail, okay? Because it's not so much going up the stairs, it's going down. So, you know, ladies, I feel your pain. So, yeah, you know, just always keep in mind, you know, keep that in mind. And Paul Rudd knows that. He's he's a nice guy. Nice guy. Even when he grows a mustache, look at that shit. Oh my God, look at that. That is... There's something comforting about that mustache. I'm just saying, it's cool. You know, it's a full mustache. I respect that. He has eyelid dandruff. What? The actor discovered this when he took a journalist with him to the eye doctor in 2010. There, he was diagnosed with blepharistis, sure, or eye dandruff. Yeah, I'll go with the second one. He's also nearsighted and has an astigmatism. Astigmatism. Did I say that right? Yeah, I think so. Astigmatism. There you go. Good enough. Eye dandruff. Wow, I didn't even know that was possible. So, but listen, I mean, if you got a good head of hair like that, I would take that chance. I wouldn't mind. He grew up in Kansas. It seemed a weird match, he said, but there is something I really, really loved about growing up there, and something I love about going back. I think people do seem genuinely happier. They seem nicer. So there you go. I mean, like, it's crazy about Paul Rudd because, you know, like, again, you know, he doesn't, I don't know. There's certain cultures. A lot of people give him shit because he doesn't bring them up enough. But he seems like a very like American guy, American nice guy. You know, son of the soil, all that shit. So there you go. Kansas. I've heard is a really nice place actually. So yeah, again, not surprised. He was mugged during the filming of Clueless. Also, not surprised. This happened the night before filming the Boss Tones party. They're talking about the Boss Tones, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, the group. Yeah. Are they the ones that sing "Never Had to Knock on Wood"? Knock on glass. Rudd had just gone out for dinner with some friends when a man jumped out at the group and put a gun next to his head. He goes, "You don't think this is a real gun?" Paul said. He was all tweaked out on something, and he shot his gun next to my head. In the end, the robber got away with the actor's backpack. I can see him as a backpack guy. Yeah, I can see that. Which had a copy of the Clueless script and his Discman. I would think at this point the script is worth way more than the Discman, for sure. Probably at the time it was the other way around, but yeah, that's, wow. Oof, that's fucking crazy, man. Yeah. Yeah, listen, I'd rather have a ringing ear for the rest of the night than, I don't know, get shot in the head for sure. Yeah, so, yeah, man. Fuck. Yeah. He never wanted to be a comedian. Yeah, I've never seen him do stand-up, so, yeah. Okay, so far so good. I didn't want to just do specifically comedy. I still don't want to just specifically do comedy. That makes sense. I never went to Second City. I didn't do stand-up. I studied classical theater. That was my thing. So there you go. I mean, yeah, like Paul, Paulie here, if I can call him that, I feel we've built up a rapport at this point. Yeah, I mean, if you see him like on the street, he looks like just a plain guy. I don't know. There's nothing really comical about him. Like he doesn't look like a funny guy. I mean, not like vocally. I mean, just the way he looks. It's kind of like I don't know. He's kind of like a next generation's Tom Hanks, I guess, in many ways. Because remember, Tom Hanks started off with all the comedies and all that, and and then. He was going to do the Super Mario movie, then they didn't want him, then he did Philadelphia instead, which might have been one of the best fluke moves in Hollywood history. But yeah, I don't know, that's how I see him as. So yeah, he just wants to be taken seriously, like any other actor. Ben Affleck almost nabbed his role of Josh in Clueless. I can see that, same... hair, look, I think Paul Rudd could have been the bad guy in Mallrats. I could see that. Thankfully, this didn't happen. But Rudd didn't want to go out for the role of Murray. Pretty soon after, he learned why he couldn't. I didn't realize that the character was African American. Huh. Well, that's something you got to look into. I would say that, for sure. What was that movie in the 80s? The Soul Man? I mean, that, oh, fuck. He had to breathe through a tube for a scene in his Netflix show, Living with Yourself. In the first scene, where he bursts naked and hyperventilating from the grave, it was actually very difficult for him to film. Filming that was awful, he said. It was the weirdest thing I've ever had to film. I'm not so claustrophobic, really, but something within us knows that it's not the right thing to be buried alive. There was a tube that went underground so I could breathe. That makes sense. A lot of people don't know this. Like, let's say, You see like someone like, underground, they come up like a zombie, all that shit, whatever. What happens is basically they got a tube underneath. It's going out of the ground. They're breathing off screen, whatever. So, and it's not like they've got a whole shit ton of dirt on them. They just basically they lay there on top of whatever. Then they got kind of I don't know, kind of like a paper-like thing, whatever, so they can bust out through very easily. They put very little dirt on top just to cover it up, and that's it. These are. I just thought I'd tell you guys this, just in case you're wondering. He thinks comedy is going through a rough patch in Hollywood. No shit. Thank you, PC culture. Assholes. It's a tough time for comedy. You hear some comics that used to play colleges all the time. They don't want to do that anymore because there's no room for any kind of daring comedy. First of all, I'm glad that a guy like Paul Rudd is saying this, because, he's pretty much an A-lister at this point. So it's nice to hear him say that, and again, he's not like a comedian or whatever, but he gets it. You know what I mean? So that's cool. But yeah, I mean, if anybody's suffered throughout the years, with PC culture there, it is absolutely comedy. You guys have absolutely ruined it. Other than a couple Sacha Baron Cohen projects and Bridesmaids, which came out 2010, we have, we've gone through some shit, man. It sucks. Hopefully one day it's just gonna get to a point where people won't give a shit anymore, and then I don't know. Will they bring back the Man Show? Probably not. But you never know. Despite that, he greatly appreciates the conversations that come from how comedy is being interpreted by people. There's more of a conversation about how something might be interpreted. Being aware of how a person might feel marginalized because of their sex, or because of their sexual preference, or because of their sexual identity. There are conversations happening now that have never happened. And that is incredible. It's a great, great thing. It's an awesome thing. He's right. It's true. Like, it's good that we're talking about it, but at the same time, every little, I've already talked about this in numerous podcasts. It does suck, but again, like I said, it's good that a guy like Paul Rudd is saying this publicly. So that's a cool move by him. He is a huge fan of tea. Well, who isn't? Tea has always been a big thing in my life. And I'm not talking about Lipton's with lemon or iced tea or any of that nonsense. Has to be hot PG tips with milk. Okay, now let me just say this. Years ago, I told people that I put milk in my tea, and I got a lot of shit for that. So I don't know. Let me know, guys, if you guys put milk in your tea or, it takes forever to cool down. What do you want me to do? I don't know. Be like my mom and put an ice cube in there. It's not going to happen. But although that is a good strategy. I never thought of that when she told me that. But yeah, a little milk. It adds a little flavor. Why not? It's good for your bones. I don't know. Or at least that's what the commercials told me growing up. I don't know. I remember those kids, it's like, I'm going to grow up one day and kick your ass. Oh, you're not going to. And then he gets bigger and bigger, and then he ends up, the other kid's scared, and I don't know, whatever. Growing up in the States, it was a constant struggle. Well, I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, there's some good teas out there. It's nice. You want to stay away. Green tea's good. Mint tea's good if you don't feel like brushing your teeth. I don't know. It's good. He figured out early on his childhood how to fit in with others. Sorry guys, it's Sunday. I'm tired. That's good. A lot of people don't figure it out till never. I was always in new schools and had British parents. Wait, what? Rudd. Oh, so Rudd's British? No, I thought it was. He's British, Jewish, Okay, sure. He's Ant-Man. He can do whatever he wants. Which was not the norm. And I think there was also, I'm not particularly religious, but I was born Jewish, and I always felt like the outsider because I wasn't Christian or Catholic. Buddy, I got news for you. I'm Greek Orthodox. I don't feel I fit in anywhere. So it is what it is, man. Just be happy with what you are, and I don't know. Let people keep guessing what where Rudd comes from. So I learned early on that I could be accepted if I made people laugh when I turned the joke on myself. And particularly in Kansas, if I made a joke about being Jewish, which again, guys, I'm going to warn you, unless you're Jewish, big no-no. My friends would laugh really hard, harder than they perhaps should have. So there you go. Okay, so you didn't know what to do. You just played off his own, religion there, and there you go. That's it. Nothing wrong with that, If you can't make fun of where you're from, what can you make fun of? And if you can't laugh at yourself, this is starting to sound like a Mr. Rogers. He is heavily inspired by his parents. They told me I could be anything I wanted to be. Bullshit. But I had to work hard for it. They also provided a home in which I could believe in myself. So when I started out, I felt like I was able to conquer the world. Of course, I was completely naive and couldn't, laughs, but I have to believe that was because I knew this is horrible grammar. I was supported emotionally and in every other way by my mom and dad. Both my parents were very funny and realistic. My dad was a history fanatic and a really outspoken liberal who was always writing letters to newspapers, arguing about all sorts of backward issues in his estimation of this country. So I was surrounded by this kind of truth to power attitude and a tendency. That's cool. That's, that could be the reason why he's, like, I've always had this theory where, like, if you have parents that are very, like, demanding or outspoken and whatever, like, the kid will, it's either one of two things, obviously. Like, the kid will embrace it or, like, just go nuts. Too, like, the kid writing letters to papers, which I'm just assuming that doesn't work. But good for him for still reading a newspaper. I don't know. I never liked the newspaper. I don't know. You get the ink on your hands. I don't know. Not for me. But it would be. He seems like a pretty quiet, chill, reserved dude. So I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. But at the same time, like I said, he talks about comedy. He's open about his family, so there you go. That's why we love him, And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, this is why he's hosting Saturday Night Live for the 5th time. So I haven't watched the episode yet, so what I want to do is I did this with Elon Musk. And I did a whole podcast. I still don't know how to say his name. But when he hosted Saturday Night Live, I did a whole review on that. So I'm going to do the same thing today. Why? Fuck it. So I'm going to watch the episode. And after every sketch, I'm going to just give you a little brief thing, give you a little rating there. And what can I tell you? Nothing else to do on a lazy Sunday. So just sit back and enjoy the show. Well, enjoy what's left of the show, it appears. Tom Hanks goes through the doors here. They didn't even open with a sketch. Making fun of Biden again, falling down some stairs. Which, by the way, I feel bad for the actor that does. By the way, this is a sad thing about Saturday Night Live is that, like, I watch this thing every week. I don't know half the people's names that are on here. But anyways, they're still funny. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, it's not back in the day where you knew, like, Sandler and Spade and Farley and Farrell and So because YouTube is just, I forget, you just go on there and I don't know, find something, somebody doing something with a horse. So Tom Hanks, it's got the door here, the famous door there. comes down the stairs, and he's wearing the good 5-year club there, which he started. If you've hosted more than 5 times, you get the cool jacket, and he just tells everybody there's no audience. He sent well, he didn't send people home. I'm sure NBC did it. Sent a lot of people home because of the new COVID protocol. I don't know if you guys know this. New wave is coming just in time for Christmas. That's I tell you, man, I don't know who's ever spinning this globe of ours. I'm one of these people. I do think it is a globe. I'm not Kyrie Irving. Which, by the way, dude, just come on, man. Okay, the world is a circle. Okay, we know that. Kevin Durant needs you. Come on. Let's get this shit going here. But anyways, so he's just telling everyone he flew whatever miles to get here. He's not going back. He's staying there. Awesome. Tom Hanks is a cool dude, and congrats on him recently and his wife becoming fellow official Greeks. So that's awesome, man. It's a good club to be in. I'm not gonna lie. The food is good on this side. So speaking of Greeks, who does he? Good segue. He calls up Tina Fey to come in there. She's part of the 5 club as well. She's awesome. Love her. Not just because she's Greek. She's a funny woman. Miss her doing the news for sure with her and Amy Poehler. And Tina Fey makes a joke about Tom Hanks starting COVID. If you saw the Borat, the second movie there, which is fucking hilarious. Which is funny because I just mentioned that thing. So again, good people that get comedy, they recognize good comedy. So that's awesome. And again, it's like the old saying, guys, the show must go on, okay? If I can get serious just for a second. I know we joke around and everything, but, especially people right now in the entertainment business, actors, actresses, I don't even know if we say actresses anymore, do we? Or if you say that, is that wrong? Or I don't know. If I say the word "the," am I offending you? Or okay. The point is, the show must go on. And in times like this, you know what? A lot of us are still stuck in our homes. Or people are afraid to go outside. Still, it's true. Not me though. I gotta make a living. I got no choice. I can't pay my Greek landlord in hugs. So how cool would that be? I mean, creepy, but so it's cool just to see even just 3 of these people sharing the same stage, here to entertain us. That's awesome. So it's cool to see Paul Rudd come in there. Let's see what he has to say. And of course, he does a complete 180, and he kind of acts like a dick there. He says he's very disappointed that nobody's here. Tom Hanks calls him sexist. It's actually sexiest. I'm with Tom Hanks. I still don't believe it. What I do believe that Kenan Thompson has been on the show since 1989. So, and again, I just want to say this as a fellow fat man. Only I know he's lost weight. Don't get me wrong, but only a chubbier guy can pull off a shirt like that. So he gives him his robe. Makes a little joke there. 4.5 times hosting because they gotta do what they gotta do, guys. It is what it is. So they go to a clip Steve Martin sent in. Martin Short is there as well. Martin Short's only hosted 3 times, so Steve Martin just gives him a push. By the way, again, that show, what is it? Murders in the Building. Very good show. Just got signed on for another season, so looking forward to that. On a really side note, I just did a gig recently. The owner told me that Martin Short might show up to this event. He didn't. I didn't think he was. And but still, I was excited. Anyways, it has nothing to do with this. So, they're saying, listen, they taped a whole bunch of skits before. They're going to go through some of their favorites, whatever. So, I don't know. Let's see what they got here. Yeah, I had no idea, guys, this was going to happen, honestly. As it was last week, Billie Eilish, there you go, thank you. Yeah, so she hosted, I don't know, everything was fine there. Like the motorcycle agrees. So yeah, I didn't see this coming. I don't know, she did a good job. She was making some jokes about her, like her mom didn't want her to go into acting, and I don't know, after you saw her in the first sketch there, it was pretty obvious why she's a singer. I'm kidding, but not really. The point is, she's cool. Good job with the James Bond theme. Always appreciate that. Yeah, the last couple of ones, they've been kicking ass in that. But anyways, she's not such a bad guy. So yeah, she did a good job. Everything was fine. Then I don't know. Now we're stuck with this. I don't know what's going on here, guys. So yeah, fucking COVID. So yeah, good little intro. I don't know, nice little cameos. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. For this little intro. It's just, I mean, I can't remember the last time I watched a Saturday Night Live episode and there hasn't been something, and then live from New York Saturday Night Live, you introduce the people and musical guest and the host, and then they come out the door. So yeah, it's so far so weird, but it's good. I'm still here. Again, Sunday, got nothing else to do. So let's see what happens. Okay, so the first skit, who do they have here? That of obviously Paul Rudd, and then they had A.D. Bryant, and one of my faves, Kate McKinnon. I don't know, everything she's in, she's always funny. Yeah, they play like two older women, and the whole thing is they're doing I don't know, what do you want for Christmas, whatever, and they're both older ladies, so of course they want grandkids. Who doesn't? I mean, who doesn't want kids running around, pissing and shitting all over the place? It's like a dog with 2 less legs. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know. This kid was okay. I don't know. Kate McKinnon, I would say she was the main highlight in this one. But I don't know. I give it a, I don't know, 5 out of 10. I forgot to mention this before, but obviously there's no audience, which means people aren't clapping or laughing in the background there. So in the first thing there, when they were being introduced, and this first sketch, I mean, it does feel kind of weird because you're not hearing that. You know what I mean? So it's like when you go on YouTube and you listen to that one clip of, was it David Schwimmer on Friends there, and then they try to play his role like without no funny laughter in the background, trying to make him look like a psycho or something. I mean, it's not that bad, but you know what I mean? It's just weird. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Could we be looking at this for the rest of the season, Saturday Night Live? I don't know. Who knows? So let's see what happens. But yeah, they went back to Saturday Night Live. They show the was it Rockefeller tree there, which is always nice. It's a big ass tree, man. Always reminds me of Home Alone 2. Check out those shows. Classics. So then it shows a picture of, like, you know how they have the, whatever, the bumper pictures between the sketches here when they come back from the commercials, whatever. Yeah, they show a thing in the manger, all the characters, but they're all Paul Rudd. I thought that was funny. Seeing Paul, he's not the lamb. Yeah. Or the teddy bear. I don't know if they gave that as a gift. I thought it was, what was it again? It was water, no, myrrh, which I still have no idea what that is. Gold and something, I don't know, maybe it was a teddy bear, who knows. But yeah, funny little picture. I don't know why, but it reminds me of the picture they showed at the end of Ghostbusters 2 with all the guys in the painting. I don't know, although that has nothing to do with Jesus, but yeah, he was also in Ghostbusters. I talked about that before. We'll get into that later. Also, I got to mention this. I don't know if they're just doing this because, I don't know, lack of sketches or whatever because of this episode and COVID. once they showed that picture from the commercial, it literally took like, give or take 50 seconds to get to the next thing. So, and I've noticed that too the last year or two, whatever. They do that sometimes. I don't know if they do that to stretch out the time or whatever, but, you know, I gotta say, it's, you know, I mean, you could probably fit, like, I mean, if you add up all these things, you could probably put in a quick little, like, you know, short there or something. I mean, just, I don't know, it just seems like a long time. I'm just saying. And then they have Keenan here with his loud shirt and Tina Fey, and they're just talking about they like skating in Rockefeller Center. Every time I always think of that rink, I always think of two things. One, the picture with Belushi in the bee costume, smoking a cigarette, just just on the ice. And then I think Dan Aykroyd told this story. He said like they'd be in the building there, 30 Rock, and they would literally just like throw shit out the window, like like when they were on there, and like you know, they were like, "Fuck, man, we're lucky we didn't kill anybody," but. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Yeah, so they're going back to an old famous sketch, which I think everybody knows at this point, Dick in a Box. So not much to say here. I mean, this sketch came out a while ago. Definitely a classic. I always like that one moment where like people thought like the sketch was over because they took their hands off the box and it was still hanging on their dick. So... But yeah, Andy Samberg, yeah, you know, like one of the first things I remember seeing him do is him and Chris Parnell when they did, actually, ironically, Lazy Sunday. Yeah, so today's Sunday, everything works out. So doing that whole rap, I mean, that's one of the first things I ever saw on YouTube. Actually, one of the first videos to really blow up on YouTube. So, now he's doing the whole Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then, I don't know, this show's okay. I don't know, it's nothing, I don't know. I don't know, I had an argument with some guy, you know, what was a better show, that or Everybody Loves Raymond? I'm like, fuck off, come on now. So anyways, yeah, so they dress up as like that old school kind of like 90s wigger kind of thing, you know, like this is what white people thought looked cool, that we could somehow be accepted from black people in the early 90s as serious R&B singers. Can we say wigger anymore or no? Like I don't see, again, guys, I don't know anything. Okay, for listeners. So yeah, I mean, this is a classic sketch. You know, not much to say. You know, I'm almost positive you can see this on YouTube. Yeah, you know, Justin Timberlake. You know, that whole Janet Jackson thing. I think he's the only one that didn't suffer at all from that. I mean, Janet Jackson got in shit. The Super Bowl got in shit. You know, he's the one that ripped the shit off, and then that's it. But then there was a rumor at the time that Janet Jackson, it was all staged because she wanted to take less attention off her brother. I don't know if you heard of him, Michael Jackson. So, I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, it's a classic sketch. I don't know. I might as well rate it. Let's see. Funny. Still funny today after all these years. Good little moments. I don't know. I guess I gave it a 9 out of 10. Now, the next sketch, which, by the way, from commercial, only took 5 seconds this time to get there. It was a picture of Paul Rudd in a present. It was okay. But, yeah, this one's called An Evening with Pete Davidson. It's always been funny with Pete Davidson because, like, years ago, I remember when he first joined the cast, I think the guy was only, like, 20, 21, and I was telling people, like, this guy's, like, you know, he seems like a good dude, you know, and, what was her name? Silverman there, yeah. She, when she joined the cast, she was very young, too, so, you know, I mean, Lorne Michaels, man, he's got a good eye for talent. What was it called? The King of Staten Island, very funny. I mean, again, one of those things that was affected by COVID, couldn't get a public release there. He did another movie, I forgot, with a couple other good people there. What was her name? Sweeney from Euphoria there. Lovely woman. I forgot the name of the movie, but in that movie he plays a bit of a prick or something. But like he showed off that Pete Davidson just isn't like a one-note guy. You know what I mean? Because he gets some shit for that, but he's a funny dude. You know, I always like when he does everything on Update there. You know, he just goes in his own little thing, talks about something. I mean, that's what Chris Rock used to do back in the day. So, you know, all the power to him. And I should mention that Paul Rudd said that they finished taping this 5 a.m. the night before, or that day, the morning, whatever. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. I didn't know they taped that late, but yeah, man. So, like I said, I mean, these guys are working hard to make us laugh, so I think that's awesome. It says here, Pete Davidson, 2054. Now, the sketch is taped in black and white because he's doing his own little version of Robert De Niro in Raging Bull. You know, the scene where he's talking to the mirror, you know, building his shit up there. If you've not seen Raging Bull, I mean, I give you permission to stop this podcast right now. I mean, chances are you probably already have way before. But, yeah, one of his best roles of all time. I don't know how the fuck this movie did not win Best Picture. I watched the one that did win Best Picture. Was it Ordinary People or whatever? I'm like, really? Dude, I'll be honest with you. I couldn't even get through it. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Let's move on. So he's about to go on stage. He takes a puff of the cigarette. And I do notice that his fingernails are colored. So I think, I have a feeling, I think I know what's going to happen. And I was completely wrong. He goes on there just normal. And like I said before, I literally just said he's best when he does the updates. So what are they doing? They have him still doing the updates. So that's pretty cool. For some reason, Colin Jost looks like me in my 20s for some reason. I don't know why. It's clearly some kind of robot, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do here. But, and he's telling a bunch of shitty jokes, whatever, like Bobby D did in Raging Bull. And then one guy yells out, "Dude, Chad!" And that's the one character that Pete Davidson does. Okay. I know. All right. It's a funny character, don't get me wrong, but, you know, it's kind of like the whole thing with the motivational speaker I said with Chris Farley. I think they did it 3 times. Everybody remembers the first one. Same thing with this. You know, don't overdo it. Okay, so, you know. I remember the funny one they did was, I think they did the Scream parody, whatever. That was funny. But, you know, just with any character on Saturday Night Live, don't overdo it. Okay, there's no need. There's also no need to do "My Name Is" by Eminem. I think I've told this story. The first time I heard the song was actually on the radio, which any millennial, I'll explain to you what a radio is later. But yeah, I thought the song was a joke, and fuck, look what happened 20 years later. But anyways, yeah, so he starts doing, you know, hi, my name is Warren Beatty. So. Again, I have to explain to like a millennial what Warren Beatty is, but yeah, maybe they're doing a. I don't get this. I'll be honest with you. So far, I'm not getting this. I don't know. Are they doing like a Bulworth thing, like where, like he was a rapper in that, and Raging Bull's trying to be a rapper, or I don't know. I don't understand what's happening here. And then Paul Rudd is at the door, says he wrote for him. Raging Bull here wants nothing to do with him. And if you didn't figure this out already, Pete Davidson is very good friends with Machine Gun Kelly. He's a rapper. Now he's doing rock music now. I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, rock music. If I told you in the '80s rock music would eventually die, I mean, you know, you would have thought I'm fucking crazy. But it happened, man. So yeah, he's dead. He's in an urn there. They show the picture of him on the urn there, and they're doing some kind of duet. I think they showed him talking to the guy who does Biden now, which again I feel sorry for. I forgot if I followed up on that. Yeah, but I mean, if you're the guy that comes second after Jim Carrey, that's just if you're screwed, man. And even Jim Carrey said he's never going to do Biden again. You can't blame him. I mean, you know, he's Jim Carrey's the man. He's already proven himself. He doesn't have to do it. But yeah, some big shoes to fill. Now, what's funny is he sees a box on the bar there, some kind of Christmas gift. It just shows him smoking. I was literally about to say, like, we all know what he's smoking. I don't know, like he quit weed for like a month or something in real life, and then he went back to it, and I don't know, whatever. But just, like, Pete, just keep smoking, bro. Come on, it's all good. Come to Canada, man. Yeah, I mean, they're like, I don't know, like we got more pot stores than 7-Eleven. So yeah, he opens the box, and of course it's a bag that says weed on it. It's actually from the Paul Rudd character. I don't know, I didn't catch that. And then they make fun of his tattoos and removing them, and he got an Oscar, Viola Davis Oscar. I thought that was funny. And it ends with him singing, and, it was okay. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it was okay. I mean, rating-wise, I don't know. I don't want to give it a 5, not a 6. I don't know. I'll call it a 5.5 out of 10. And the next sketch is an old one. Bobby Moynihan. I miss Drunk Uncle, man. I'm not going to lie. That was a really funny character he would do on the news there. Yeah, but of course, today's world, you can't tell half those jokes. Fuck it. Anyways, so he's playing Santa Claus. He notices a bunch of his toys are fucked up. And then what they do is they miniaturize the people there. They make it look like they're standing on the table there, like 3 elves. Yeah, I guess it was when Ryan Gosling was hosting. Now I got the ladies' attention. Yeah, so, they're like, hey, what can we do for you, Santa? They're talking very weird, even for elves. And they're talking to good old Saint Nick here, and he's complaining what's going on here. It's something to do with candy, and I don't know, they're into some weird shit here. So yeah, this is an old one. I don't know, I thought it was funny the way they acted a little bit. I don't know, it was alright, I guess. Let's call it 6.5 out of 10. And they got Tom Hanks back. He's making a joke about global warming. He thought it left, and it's still here. And once again, it's an older sketch, keeping the whole Christmas theme going here, because we got one more week to go. This is when he hosted back in 1991. Mike Myers. I can't believe I haven't done a podcast about him yet, but I will. When we get another Austin Powers, man, what's going on here? I know a lot of people didn't like the Love Guru. I get it, the guy from the Weeds playing the Toronto Maple Leaf there. I get it, But yeah, so you got Tom Hanks here. He's playing Dean Martin. Looks like he's wearing glasses for some reason. I have no idea why. I don't know. I don't see Tom Hanks as good old Dean here. I don't get it. I heard Dean Martin ate a lot of oranges. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know, with the Junior Soprano glasses, he looks more like Phil Donahue. But it doesn't matter. They're both doing a funny job here. Dean Martin actually had a show. Like they offered him a show, and apparently he didn't give a shit. Like he just said, listen, I'm not going to remember anything. I'm not going to write anything down, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show up when the show airs, and that's it. And then they had like a secret door where he would open, and some celebrity would come in. And again, he had no idea who the person was going to be. Like the guy just wanted to show up, get a paycheck, boom, that's it. Pretty much what Paul Rudd is doing in this episode. Sketch is okay so far. They're just singing a couple songs. And then they have Kevin Nealon playing George Hamilton, a.k.a. the human graham cracker. Thanks for being a huge part of why Godfather 3 sucked. Anyways, he does a pretty good job here.
Hello, everyone. Does my tan frighten you?
Nice. I always loved Kevin Nealon. My dad saw him walking somewhere downtown at Young Street. Anyways, yeah, this sketch was okay. I mean, Farley came in. He didn't do much, though, unfortunately. Played a guy named Val St. Louis. I don't know who the fuck that is. Just to see Chris Farley dance with a fake beard, it's worth it. It's a good way to end the skit. So yeah, it was all right. I mean, you know, I'm gonna say Kevin Nealon was definitely the highlight for sure. He saved it. I give it a generous 7 out of 10.
It's Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Shea. Hey, what's up? I'm Michael Shea.
And I'm Tina Fey.
Okay, so this is the part of the show where we would normally do update, and Tina was going to do update with me because Colin is not here tonight.
It's not what you think. He's having work done.
I'm thinking if I'm married to Scarlett Johansson, I'm never leaving the fucking house. So he's having work done. Sure. So yeah, you know, it's good to see Tina Fey back doing the news. Like I just said before, I'm starting to predict the future here, so this is pretty creepy. But anyways, Michael Che, always a funny guy on here. Probably one of the biggest highlights of Saturday Night Live in the recent years. These two guys going back and forth. For the most part, it's pretty good. So let's see what they do here. Let's see if they can recreate the magic that was Tina Fey and messy hair, throwing pencils, Jimmy Fallon. So, again, it shows an empty audience. The only people sitting there are Tom Hanks, Paul Rudd, and Kenan Thompson, who is absolutely going to stick with that shirt. So, like I said before, mentioned Elon Musk. They made a joke about him being the man of the year or something, and I don't know, it doesn't run as well about their cars or something. I don't know. I fucked that one up. I'm sorry. The next joke was about Nintendo. I'm just going to let it play. I don't know, like Paul Rudd in this episode, and I'm just going to relax.
One of the creators of the original Nintendo Entertainment System has died at the age of 78 after doctors made multiple attempts to blow on him and stick him back in.
Michael Che liked that one, and so did this one. Yeah, that's cool, man. I didn't know that. When fuck it, I'm gonna say it. You know, like when Mario goes down the pipe, you know, what does that sound like? You know, like, you know, when you're with your wife or your mistress, you know, do 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 do. And then Michael Che told, I think he did some kind of doggy style joke or something. By the way, I've never seen somebody do the news in a hood. You know, it's casual Saturday, so who cares? You know what I mean? I don't want to get any shit for anything else. I'm just gonna stop there. Okay. White people wear hoods. Black people wear hoods. Okay. Some white people have braids. They look absolutely horrible in them. The point is, when he told the ass joke there, Tom Hanks laughed his ass off. I mean, he's Greek now, so you know, he probably gets the joke even more. So yeah, I mean, they didn't have a lot to work with there, you know, but it's still funny. I always enjoy the news. Good to see Tina Fey back. I mean, the news for the most part, I always give a good rating. So yeah, I'm gonna say, you know, for what they did there, what they had to work with, I don't know, Tom Hanks laughing at ass jokes. Fuck it, 8 out of 10. Now at this point, they usually have a music montage. Well, before the news or whatever, Charlie XCX, which it's the only thing I know her for is she did that song with the chick that looks like the Wayans brothers when they dressed up in that movie, the White Chicks, whatever. I don't know. Then Snoop made fun of her, and I don't know. She's got a humongous ass. Like, I get it, you know, ladies. I get it. You know, in the '90s, I grew up with fake tits all over the place. You know, I'll be ready. But you know, there's got to be a limit, no? I mean, like when you sit on the toilet, I mean, is it, like, are you able to sit on like just one toilet? I mean, do you glue two together, or I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I know her for that song. Yeah, I'm so fancy. I don't know. Did Ti lose money on her? I don't know. But the point is, yeah, she was supposed to be a musical guest. Now they're going to do a sketch together with the cast members here, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go eat some more Smarties, but I'll let you know what I think after. So the name of the song is called "The Christmas Socks," and it's by a group called Life Jar, starring Paul Rudd. Song in C major. I get it. Meteor Records. Okay. You ever watch the movie Meteor Man? Yeah, me neither. Now it sounds like that Paul Rudd is trying to do a Bruce Springsteen kind of thing, in Jersey, man, it was tough growing up in the USA, kind of like that shit. Which they made a joke saying that Michael Chase said that he sold his catalog for $500 million, and now he can finally afford to move out of New Jersey. Jeez. Anyways, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've listened to half this song, I think. I don't know what's more painful, the song or Paul Rudd's haircut in this skit. It's looking a little petterish, if you know what I mean. But yeah, and the cross is not helping. But anyways, oh shit! I just realized he's actually talking to the kid. Okay, so maybe I was wrong about the fingernail thing with Pete Davidson, but I might have to bet money on what's coming up next. So yeah, I get what they're doing here. They're dragging out the song, making people wait in line. Again, I'm still going to say that Paul Rudd's character at the end of this sketch, a good 80-85% chance he will be a pedophile, but let's just keep going with this. So the mother character comes in, Heidi, and Paul Rudd says, "I'm friends with your son," and she's like, "I don't like that." So again, there's more clues there. And Charlie is dressed like a parrot for some reason. And then she goes into a rock song, and I find out she's British. So, which again proves my theory. For what I said before in the Home Alone cast, any actor that you see on TV now, white, black, it doesn't matter. They're all secretly British. So, good Smarties. So, for some reason at the end there, Paul Rudd, he doesn't end up being a diddler. Again, I would have definitely lost money on that one, like I have with the Leafs. And yeah, ends up proposing to the mother, and I don't know. This skit was just fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I see where they were going there, but it just didn't. I don't know. I think it went on too long, and again, the whole Paulie want a cracker thing. I don't know. I don't get it. So, fuck. I don't know. I'll give it a generous 4 out of 10. Now, Paul Rudd here. He's back. He's saying how much he's loved Saturday Night Live. As you can see through these sketches, it's not working out as well as he says. But he says he loves Steve Martin. And who doesn't love Steve Martin? Steve Martin is awesome. I mean, back in the day, he would show up all the time on Saturday Night Live. Remember one show he did specifically, he got nominated for an Emmy. They did one sketch where it was just him dancing. Nothing was said in the sketch, which I thought was pretty cool because obviously, things have to be said in sketches. But yeah, nothing was said. And I think it was was done beautifully, honestly. Like, he always did a great job. He's always the, I don't know, the unsung cast member that wasn't a cast member, you know? Almost like Redman to Wu-Tang Clan, you know? Not an official member, but, you know, close enough. But, yeah, it's cool that he gave him a little shout out here. What isn't very cool is wearing a dark blue corduroy jacket. You're a brave man, man. I still love you, man. Anyways, that wasn't corduroy. It was still dark. It looked cooler. Whatever. We'll get into that later. But yeah, he wanted to talk about one of his favorite sketches that Steve Martin did called "A Holiday Wish."
You know, if I had 3 wishes that I could make this holiday season, first, of course, would be for all the children to get together and sing. The second would be for the $30 million every month to me. And the third would be for all-encompassing power over every living being in the entire universe. And if I had 4 wishes that I could make this holiday season, first would be the crap about the kids. Second would be for the 30 million, the third would be for all the power, and the fourth would be to set aside 1 month each year to have an extended 31-day orgasm. To be brought about slowly by Rosanna Arquette and that model Paulina somebody, I can't think of her name. Of course, my lovely wife can come too. And she's behind me 100% on this, I guarantee. Wait a minute, maybe that sex thing should be the first wish. So if I made that the first wish, you know, because it could all go boom tomorrow, then what do you got? You know? No, the kids. The kids singing would be great. That would be nice. But wait a minute, who am I kidding? I mean, they're not going to be able to get all those kids together. I mean, the logistics of the thing, it's impossible. It's more trouble than it's worth. So, we reorganized. Here we go. First, the sex thing. We go with that. Second, the money. No. We go with the power second, then the money, and then the kids. Oh, wait. Oh, geez, I forgot about revenge against my enemies. Okay, I need revenge against all my enemies. They should die like pigs in hell.
This is I haven't watched this one in a while. This is fucking great, man. I mean, Steve Martin's so good at this. Like, he looks like the everyday man and all that, and then which works for his character. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I always thought was a good part of Steve Martin. Like, he just looks like a clean cut dude. You know, it's kind of like like Steve Carell is today. You know what I mean? But yeah, like. He does this so well. I mean, a 30-day orgasm. I mean, that would be fucking awesome. I mean, you forgot about the buffet, but other than that, I mean, it sounds like a pretty good fucking Christmas. Yeah. So again, obviously, this is an older skit. Clearly, Paul Rudd is absolutely pulling his weight in this episode. Again, being an actor, Sexiest Man Alive, doing maybe a minute and a half on Saturday Night Live. This is an awesome life. The point is, this is a classic sketch, easily 8 out of 10. They show a quick picture of Tom Hanks on the bike, Santa Claus hat. Lovely. Keenan Ivory Thompson, he's going to talk about the next sketch here. Again, he's sticking with this shirt. I mean, it sort of looks like flowers or maybe tomatoes starting to turn. I don't know, but he's sticking with it. So we got another old sketch here. I'm seeing a theme. Again, Paul Rudd. This is Paul Rudd. If you ever bitch about your life, man, I'm telling you, don't. They're doing a bunch of things where they're auditioning something. I always like when they do sketches like this because, it gives a chance for the majority of the cast to, get in there and, I always think it's important. I mean, like, let's say if I ever hosted Saturday Night Live and then I woke up, and then, no, seriously, like I would like at least one sketch where everybody was in there. You know what I mean? So again, I don't really remember this sketch, but they usually have the majority of the cast in there. So again, let's see what I can do here. So they got Paul McCartney and Martin Short. Paul McCartney, I don't know if you know, I learned this from Chris Farley when he interviewed him years ago. He's in this band called the Beatles. it was really big. You know, basically, long story short, I mean, they were almost like the first boy band. Then they came up, you know, with a lot of hits, you know, as they matured. Something about them being bigger than Jesus, and then they just did their own thing. Martin Short, the guy's awesome. I mean, like I said, he's great in the new show with Steve Martin. You know, SCTV. He was only 1 year with Saturday Night Live. It seems weird, yeah. Like I don't know, like I always. He said that on a Howard Stern interview, and I always remembered him like for more. I don't know why, but I mean, he's just awesome. So let's sit back and enjoy what these two can do. Now, I haven't even heard these guys sing yet. They're not a duo, like Martin says. He is the singer. And Paul McCartney, for humorous purposes, is just playing the triangle. Now, if you don't know what the triangle instrument is, it's basically a piece of metal that's been bent into a triangle. You take another small piece of metal, and that's a bell, but it's pretty much the same thing. So, you know, anybody can do it. You know, it's slightly easier to do, you know, than the tambourine. But again, I want to see where this goes.
Holiday time.
What are you doing? You moron!
I want to sing.
You want to sing? You want to sing? This is the way you treat me. Is that right? I've done everything I did for you. Do you know where I found him when we were supposed to be rehearsing? He was stuck in a tree.
I was chasing a bird.
I hate you, Matthew. I hate you so much.
I quit. Best of luck to your solo career.
Live and let die. Live and let die. True believer. I think his career worked out pretty well, Mr. Short. Speaking of Short, they just cut off the skit right there. Yeah, it was good. I mean, yeah, I would like to see more, but I'm assuming it was good. So I don't know. Let's give it a 7.5 out of 10. So back to Tom Hanks. He's talking about Eddie Murphy, okay, which I dare you to watch an episode of Saturday Night Live, let's say from 1981 to 84, 85, whatever, without Eddie Murphy. Oh, anyways, now the next sketch that Tom Hanks talks about is when Eddie Murphy hosted in 2019. That is a classic episode. It's great to see Eddie Murphy back. He did all the classic characters. Well, the majority of them. Yeah, and he did one sketch here where the elves are being attacked in whatever, the North Pole here. And it's just Eddie being Eddie.
Santa knew! He knew that fence was old, and he didn't replace it, because it cost 5,000 more gumdrops than he wanted. Our peppermint plot is on your hands!
Listen to this sexy ass elf right here. The total man, the fattest man in the North Pole is nowhere to be found. He's MIA. Pretty convenient, huh? Don't you think? We're just scratching at the surface at this thing. Hashtag Santa knew. Oh, no.
Oh man, I listen. I know Eddie Murphy did a bunch of shitty movies, but I mean, like in the end, he's fucking awesome. So again, I would have liked to see. Well, I know they did show. No, they showed the whole thing here, pretty much. Yeah, good little sketch. Nothing too crazy. Again, 7.5 out of 10. No problem. Yeah. So again, Paul Rudd is at this point really earning his money here. So the next sketch is with him. An old sketch. So Paul Rudd gets to chill again. He is an adult One Direction fan. Which, again, I guess they're keeping up with the whole pedophilia thing here.
I say Harry, you say Styles. Harry. Harry. I say Wonder, you say Erection.
See? But it's actually a pretty funny sketch. He talks about how he wrote a song for them. It is a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, it's I like when he's just pushing the kid out of the way just to get to them. He's all giddy like a schoolgirl. Uh, uh, is this for your daughter? Which again proves, everybody you see on TV is British. And of course, he wants an autograph, and he turns around just so he can, ride on his back like a table. And I don't know, it looks like he's going to come there. But the point is, it was a funny sketch. It was all right. I don't know, 6.5 out of 10. Tina Fey comes back here. She introduces an old sketch, Christmas themed, of course. It's a compilation CD. Which, keep in mind, guys, back in the day, in the 90s, we didn't have, this, we did have the internet, but, once Napster hit, forget it. It ruined music. But, like before that, we would just get compilation, tapes, CDs. Today, you guys call them coasters. Just would have different songs on them, various artists, whatever. And this one's called Now That's What I Call Christmas. This is when Jimmy Fallon was hosting. This is one of the few skits I've seen him in that I don't think he laughs. But they get a few people together here. And unlike the skit I said a couple moments ago there where they get everybody together. That never happened. But this one they have more people. Now let me tell you something. We lost Alan Rickman a few years ago, okay? Technically, we lost him in the mid-'80s there when he, accidentally fell out of the building. But, which, by the way, on a side note, he didn't know he was going to be released. They told him 1, 2, 3, then they'll release him. But 1, 2, they released him. That's why they got such a good reaction out of him. Anyways, any excuse I can see Jimmy Fallon do Alan Rickman, sing Christmas carols, I'm there. You got Jay Farrell doing the DMX thing when he's singing Jingle Bells, which, again, that actually happened. If you go on YouTube, just look up DMX, Jingle Bells. I already missed this guy. He's awesome. Not Jay Farrell. Like, Jay Farrell's... I don't know. Well, Jay Farrell left too early in Saturday Night Live. I don't know what happened there. But one of the best Denzel impersonations I've ever seen. Okay. So, yeah. Good little compilations here. Everyone's doing their part. I like when they do stuff like this. It's I don't know. Whenever they do like auditions for Star Wars or whatever, it's but obviously in this case it's more of a music thing. But yeah, I like it. What happened to Lord? Fiona Apple? I don't know. The point is, this gets pretty good. I like it. They did their part. Nothing. Super spectacular. Again, if I could see Jimmy Fallon do Pitbull, represent for the Baldies, it's a beautiful thing. So I give it a 7 out of 10. Dale. They got Tina Fey back here. Shows a little cute picture of her kid, just dressed up in the Santa uniform there. And, they talk about, what skit they were making at the time there.
And while they were working on it, TV Funhouse was playing on all the monitors, and I remember thinking, this is a really good night. And this is TV Funhouse, Christmas time for the Jews. Am I allowed to say Jews?
Yes, you are, Tina. Paul Rudd is hosting, so everything's a go. Que tal la vez?
I'm the TV Fun House. Liquor my share.
The ambiguously gay duo. Oh, good luck doing this skit today. Yeah, so they got it's like clay animation. They got the 3 women from the Little House of Horrors there. No, the one with Rick Moranis there, where he was fighting the plant. Yeah, I think I got it. Shit, sorry. I forgot how funny this sketch was. There's one point where they show like 3 wise men, and like 4 people go up to them, and they do like the Charlie Brown kids thing. Like remember they go up to something and they just wave their hands, and it just automatically turns into something. So it turns into the cast of Seinfeld. First of all, I just want to point out at this point that it looks like this is going to be the last skit. And again, you know, Paul Rudd, a lot of people don't know he's Jewish. And I'm 4% Jewish. So basically, this just ties like all in together. So I just want to point that out because I don't want to get in shit. So I think it's too late. Fuck it. They can, like one of the lines is they can go to Chinatown and drink their sweet ass wine. Oh man. I'm just assuming a Jewish person wrote this sketch. I mean, there's no way, like, there's no way somebody that was Irish. But yeah, you know, see, this is my point, guys. I mean, I'm just laughing at this because it's funny. You know, I'm like, I don't, you know, like, I'm Greek and Italian. You know, like, you know how much shit I got to put up with, like, between, you know, Chef Boyardee and, you know, My Fat Greek Wedding, you know, which, by the way, is like 5 minutes away from my house. I'm giving out my address here. The point is, shut up. So it's just funny, you know what I mean? Like, don't take it so seriously. I mean, this is a different time. I'm assuming this was probably the thousands they made this. Maybe, I don't know. You know, it's just funny, guys. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like this is, and I'm glad Tina Fey requested this. You know, because let's just be honest. I mean, if it was one of the current cast members, I mean, they'd get in shit for it. Let's just be honest. So yeah, I mean, this is a really funny sketch. Now, the irony is, as I'm watching this, literally 5 seconds later, they show a Jewish woman eating Chef Boyardee out of a can. So I just want to say two things. One, I have absolutely eaten Chef Boyardee out of a can. And if you haven't, and if you can't admit it, go fuck yourself. And two, I could easily, you know, put my stereotype in there too. But I don't. You know why? Because I don't care. It's funny. It's funny. It's something about, you know, just eating Chef Boyardee out of a can. It doesn't matter if you're Jewish or Irish or, you know, a stupid Greek with a podcast. It's fine. It's funny. Who cares? They just shit. All right, let me. First of all, if you've never seen this skit, you absolutely have to see this skit. I'm laughing my ass off. I'm slowly remembering how funny Saturday Night Live really was. They just showed like a moil, a Jewish priest, a guy who you know, does circumcisions for people, and apparently squirrels in Central Park. They just showed him like. They just showed the squirrels, but they turned around and they had 2 bandages in their crotches. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. What happened to comedy, man? I mean, you know, like... Anyways, this is fucking awesome. Daily Show rerun running in their head. Like, I remember, like, you know, a Family Guy. They did the Jewish character there, the guy that did the jerky voice. Like, he even made a joke saying like protect Stewart. He's our most important Jew. Like, I mean, it's funny, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know. You know, what can I tell you? Cancel this. But fuck, man, this is fucking funny. Now, did you guys hear that applause? How long that applause was after that skit? What happened, guys? Like, what happened to our society where we can't laugh at each other's races without actually being racist? You know what I mean? Like this is, Tina Fey, I fucking love you. And again, it's not because you're Greek. And you definitely have the same gene pool as Paul Rudd, because both of you guys aren't aging. I don't know. Again, olive oil. But, thank you so much for putting that skit in there, and reminding us what real comedy was. And it's okay to laugh at each other and in a non-hateful way. You know what I mean? And once again, Paul Rudd, you're absolutely holding your weight in this episode. I mean, Jesus. Christmas time for the Jew. I'm going to fucking sing that song all day now. I don't know. I got to get it in my head before work tomorrow. But fuck, that was awesome. I'm giving that easily a 9 out of 10. Easily. And this is the end of the show. Again, guys, I don't understand this. The whole show, they don't have a mask on. At the end of the show, and they've been doing this the last, year, whatever. And then they put on the mask at the end here. I don't know. Can someone explain this to me? I don't get it. And then they got the white guy in the band there. He doesn't have a mask. And the black guy that always is in the back there, he's not there. Hope he's all right. I just don't get it. I don't understand the dynamic here. But Paul Rudd here, he ends it in a nice way, Tom Hanks has got to be. I mean, first of all, the guy's a saint. Second, he's got to be SNL's go-to guy. I mean, if they need someone in a pinch, like a big star, I mean, he's got to be on the other end saying, you know what, just give me 5 minutes, gas up the jet, I'll be on there. So that's pretty cool. You got to give him props. Michael Che, Kenan Ivory Thompson, same shirt, fine. Tina Fey, awesome. Yeah, guys, again, this is what comedy is all about. This is what the entertainment business is all about, okay? Like I said, and I'll always say, the show must go on. Who's ever there, God bless you. Thank you very much for providing us with this entertainment, especially before Christmas. We could all use a good laugh. And, overall, I don't know, the show was okay. I mean, mostly clip shows, reminding us what Saturday Night Live was, especially that last one. Again, fuck, that was awesome. But anyways, it's still great to see that the people that were there in the city were able to help out the cast members. It's cool.
I know it wasn't the Christmas show that you expected, but that's the beauty of this place. Like life, it's unpredictable. As my good friend Tom Hanks once said in a movie, life's like a big, weird chocolate bar. Sometimes it's delicious. Other times it's got that orange cream filling in it, and it's like, okay, it's not what I would have chosen, but that's better than nothing. I love that movie, and I love SNL. Thank you all so much. Stay safe and have a very happy holiday.
Now, in today's world, you have to say happy holidays. Although I did see a few days ago a TTC bus, I think it was in training or just empty. Might have been a ghost driving it. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised at this point in the city. And it did say in big letters, Merry Christmas. So, I think you know why Paul Rudd can't say Merry Christmas. But, good little show. Like I said, nothing spectacular. I mean, they did what they had to do here. They didn't have a lot to work with. But, it's all right. Not bad. I don't know. I just hope if anybody's sick on the cast, I hope they get better soon. And see these guys in the new year. Wow. Oh, that was an hour and almost 40 minutes talking. Wow. I am slowly turning into my dad. Okay. And we still have to talk about Paul Rudd's career and how he started. So, of course, we got to go on IMDb, I think it's the best website for movies and looking up actors and what they did and all that shit. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see what we got here. We got Paul Rudd, actor, Ant-Man. Yeah, okay. There's another one. Paul Rudd, actor, Knots Landing. Paul Rudd, He's an actor in Love Hate. And we got Paul Rudy, casting director, Creepshow. All right. We're going to have to go with number 1 on this one. This is a great picture, by the way. I've never seen a funny yet disturbing picture of someone. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, like if he told me he did comedy, I would believe you. And if he's going to play, the next Dexter, I would believe you. Yeah. So anyways, let's get started on where and how and when Paul Rudd started his career. So it says here in 1992, the very first thing he did, or he was credited for, was Jamie's Secret, which is a video short. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. He looked. He's got the long hair, man. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it. He kind of looks like who's the lead singer of Pearl Jam? A little bit, just a little whiter. So it's got a rating of 6.4 out of 10. There's not even a description for this. Okay. Okay. Well, what are you gonna do? Then he was in a short called Picture Perfect. He played the photographer. Surprise, surprise. Never heard of this one either. Question of Ethics as Kenny Chin. Nope. The Fire Next Time as a TV miniseries he did. Starring the guy who played Coach, Craig T. Nelson. Always liked that dude. Never heard of this one either. Okay, yeah, it was a... hey man, you got to go through a lot of shit. Okay, just bear with us. Moment of Truth, Stalking Back. That was a TV movie. Was he the stalker? I don't know. Let's see what it says here. As he played Scott, it could be. I don't know. The girl looks pretty terrified. So, you never know. Rebel Highway TV series. Never heard of this either. Is that the guy from Wings? No, it's not him. We got a lot of people in this show. Look at this: David Arquette, Jamie Luner, Renee Zellweger, Julie Bowen, Leo Rossi, Dick Miller, John Hawkes, who I always thought was a very underrated actor. Matt LeBlanc. What's his name? The guy. I forgot his name. He's in the rock band. I don't know. Give me a sec here, guys. Jared Leto. There you go. Wow. Okay, so you got Selma Hayek, Adrian Brody, Matt LeBlanc. Fuck, I've never heard of this show. What the hell? Alicia Silverstone. The fuck? What kind of show is this? Hold on. Wait. I've never heard of this. Let me see here. Hold on. A series of made-for-television movies inspired by B movies of the 1950s. Oh shit. I still say that's the guy from Wings. It is the guy. He was Christopher's sponsor in Sopranos. I'm gonna say that's still him. Wow, that's crazy. I never heard of this show. Didn't get the best rating, 6.3 out of 10, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody can tell me anything about this show. I mean, I don't know. In 1994, I was obsessed with Green Day, so I don't know. No help there. But yeah, okay, cool. Wild Oats is a TV series. He was in 6 episodes there. I never heard of this one. Although it's a funny picture because it's one of those pictures where, they're all together. It looks like they're all friends, whatever. And then all you can see is like Paul Rudd's head. I don't know. It looks like it was like cropped in there. But Yeah, I never heard of this one either. Okay. So then 1995 hits. Okay, and this is where basically a lot of people for the first time saw Paul Rudd in a little movie called Clueless. He played the character Josh. I like this movie. I don't know. I remember seeing it a while ago. I think I mentioned this before. I remember one time I saw a movie and then with my family, and then we were walking out of the theater, and then it had a poster of Clueless, and it said sleeper hit of the year. And I asked my mom, like, what does sleeper hit mean? You know, and she goes, oh, it's a movie that nobody expected to be a big hit, but it was. So yeah, that's why I learned that term. And that's probably a perfect example. Great little cast of people. I talked about this in my Brittany Murphy podcast I did a while back. Alicia Silverstone, Stacey Dash, Brittany Murphy, Paul Rudd, Donald Faison, Breckin Meyer. Road Trip kicked ass, man. I love it. Dan Hedia, Wallace Shawn, Twink Kaplan. Great cast of people, man. I mean, it really... Yeah, good little movie. I liked it. Paul Rudd's character, like, what was he, the stepbrother or something? And then I remember at the time, like, I don't know, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet, she ends up with him, and at the time I thought that was perverted, but I don't know, if you watch all the porn that's out there today, it's pretty much the same thing, a stepbrother, stepsister, fuck, I mean, so I don't know, maybe did they start a trend here with this movie? I don't know, but the point is, good little movie. I like it, so check it out. And this is where Paul Rudd obviously got a little good little start here. So then he was in a TV show called Sisters. Never heard of this one. Nope, I got nothing. 7.5 out of 10. That's not bad though. Halloween: The Curse of Mike Myers. I remember watching a review a couple years back of the Halloween movies, and yeah, they were like, Paul Rudd is in this, Paul Stephen Rudd. What Halloween was this at this point? A 4 or 5, 6? I don't know, 4, 5, 6 too many. But I don't know, this is another franchise they've just absolutely ruined. I don't know, like the first one's awesome. The second one, I don't know, was just basically a joke. The third one I hear is pretty good. I've never seen the third one. I don't know. I'll catch it one day. But Paul Rudd is the main dude in here. And I'm assuming he gets him. And then, somehow he's still alive. And, this whole fucking cycle. And again, guys, hey, someone tells you when you're young, hey, you want to be the lead in a Halloween movie? Sure. Why not? Okay. Me personally, if it came down between this and doing a super... Nintendo commercial, no-brainer, guys. But at the same time, he did both, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I don't know. Did he get him? I don't know. Who knows? And he did a movie called The Size of Watermelons. I gotta look this one up. Hold on. Okay, that's... I didn't know Paul Rudd's hair could go curly like that. Is that a perm or I don't know? There's another picture of him. He's holding up 2 watermelons. I mean, is this like about tits or I don't know? Donald Logie. I forgot to say his name. He's a good actor. He's one of those dudes. He's like a good dramatic actor, but he's funny at the same time. Like for a while, he had a show there with. And then who was on? The guy that played Freddie Mercury there. What was his name? Shit, I forgot. Sorry, man. Adam West. All right. Tracy Walter. He's funny. He was Jack Nicholson's buddy in first Batman there. Marissa Ribisi. David Lee Russek. John Enos III. He's got to be Greek, right? Probably. Yeah, I don't know. What is this? Alex is the definition of loser. He has nor has he ever had friends. His life has no direction, and he has a stupid haircut. So far, this is me. While attending the Venice Beach Art School, he meets Lizzie, Patrick, and Gnome. How How do you say that name? Gnome. Gnome? Yeah, I guess. Gnome, Gnome. Yeah, I guess. Who become his friends. All right. It's rated 5.6. I mean, I don't know what to expect from a title from this, but yeah, I don't know. If you like watermelon, yeah, go for it. Romeo plus Juliet. This was a huge movie at the time. This is when Leo started doing his movies. Man. Sorry, I'm close to a hospital, guys. Anyways, so again, giving away my address. Who cares? The point is that Leonardo DiCaprio was huge at this point. I mean, this guy was just coming out hit after hit after hit, and yeah, I totally forgot Paul Rudd was in this movie. Leonardo DiCaprio, Claire Danes. Obviously, it's, the Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, but done in like a street kind of way or whatever. It was a good little movie. I liked it. John Leguizamo, he was great in this. If you're a fan of Leo's movies, check it out. Why not? Clueless, the TV series. He actually showed up in one episode as Sonny. I do remember the TV show. Yeah, I do remember it. That's right. They didn't get Alicia Silverstone though. They got the woman that was in Road Trip, right? Who ironically worked with the guy that was in the show, the movie as well. The guy I mentioned before. Yeah, so that's cool. The Last Night of Ballyhoo. The fuck is this? Some kind of video. I don't know what this is. Tony Award-winning look at anti-Semitism in the South centers on the planning of the Atlanta Jewish community's annual Ballyhoo Ball during the excitement surrounding the premiere of Gone with the Wind. Okay. I gotta say, I never heard of it. What rating did it get? There's no rating. Okay, well. Okay. The Locusis. How do you spell that? Loucussts. Locusis. Okay. Well, he was in that. He played Earl. Didn't get the best rating. Okay, it's got we got Vince Vaughn, Paul Rudd, Ashley Judd. Yeah, no, I never, I don't know. Never heard of this one. I think I tried to review this one with the Vince Vaughn podcast, but yeah, I'll check it out one day. Overnight Delivery. It's a video he did. Reese Witherspoon, Paul Rudd. They both seem pretty happy. 6.1 out of 10. I don't know. I wouldn't be that happy, but yeah, I don't know. The Object of My Affection. He plays George Hansen. It's a movie he did with Jennifer Aniston. I never heard of this movie. A pregnant New York City social worker begins to develop romantic feelings for her gay best friend. Oh, there you go. That's well, first of all, it's something again you can't do today. But back, like in the '90s when Ellen came out as gay, it was a whole thing where there's a trend where women wanted a gay friend, and I'm sure they still do now. And again, no, there's anything wrong with that. It's all good. I don't care who you are as long as you're happy. Don't hurt anybody. That's it, man. So, but this is a big thing in the '90s. It sounds like a '90s movie. You know what I mean? So, there you go. 12th Night or What You Will. It's a TV movie. That sounds like a TV movie title. 7.9 out of 10. Oh shit. Okay, that's a pretty good rating. I've never heard of this. Viola and her twin brother Sebastian are separated after a shipwreck on the coast of Illyria. Yeah, whatever. And each believes the other drowned. Okay, well that sucks. Judging by the poster, it looks like a cartoon. So, I don't know. Okay, cool. 200 cigarettes. I haven't come close to that in a day. It's, I remember I smoked like over a good pack in one day, but I started drinking really early. It was The Cottage, you know how it is. It is an okay little movie. Again, it's one of those movies that has like a lot of people in it. Ben Affleck, Casey Affleck, Dave Chappelle. That's right, he played the cab driver. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was actually one of the better roles in that movie. Oh, I love Chappelle. You can't cancel that motherfucker. I don't know. Go ahead and try. Yeah, Kate Hudson, Janine Garofalo, Elvis Costello as Elvis Costello. Yeah, I remember Paul Rudd even in this movie. He's in the movie poster. He's got what appears to be a soul patch. Yep. Okay, it's the 90s. Yep. Yeah, you're an actor in the 90s when you're doing a movie with a soul patch and your love interest is Jennifer Aniston. So that's a dead giveaway right there. A decent little movie. I would check it out. Why not? The Cider House rules. Yeah. Did I see this movie? I forgot. I don't know. I remember, yeah, it did win a lot of awards. Or won 2 Oscars, 30 nominations total. Shit. But again, I don't remember Paul Rudd in this movie. Yeah, I remember Tobey Maguire, Michael Caine, yeah. Sorry. Charlize Theron. Someone told me she's African. Is that true? Like, I don't know. That person must have been fucking with me, right? Anyways, yeah. From what I remember, it was a good movie. I mean, it got nominated for a lot of shit. So, yeah. Cool. Definitely check that one out. The Great Gatsby. We all know the book. He was Nick Carraway in that one. It was a TV movie. Strangers with Candy is a TV series. Yeah. I remember this. Okay, yeah. This is a really funny show that did not last that long. But this woman is extremely funny. Amy Sedaris. Yeah, she is really cute, really funny, lovely woman. So yeah, Paul Rudd must have shown up in an episode of that. Deadline TV series. Don't know. Gen Y Cops. 4.8 out of 10. Okay. Wet Hot American Summer. Okay. 2001. Okay. So this is one of these movies that came out. I don't think it did that well. I think it was one of those like critically, good movies, but just one of those movies that no one, knew. But now you look at it now and you look at the cast and you're like, holy shit. Like, Janine Garofalo, David Hyde Pierce, Marguerite Moreau, Michael Showalter, Paul Rudd, of course, Zach Orth, Christopher Meloni, Molly Shannon, Jolo Trujillo, Ken Marino, Bradley Cooper, Amy Poehler, Elizabeth Banks. Yeah, a lot of people, man. I remember seeing this movie. I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. It has some good laughs. It's almost like kind of a cult classic. And I think years later they made a TV series out of it. I think on Netflix. So if you got a chance, check this one out. It's just cool to watch it. Just all the people in it. So yeah, The Chateau. The Chateau, eh? Speaking of the guy that was in The Love Guru, he teams up with him. I never heard of this movie. 5.2. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. Reaching Normal. Good luck with that. He teamed up with Andy McDowell, who has lovely hair. Yes. I never seen this one. No, 4.9 out of 10. Huh. Yeah. Bash Latter Day Plays is a TV movie he did. Whoa, hold on. Whoa, hold on. 7.3 out of 10. That's not bad, actually. Okay. 3 dark one-act plays exploring of the complexities of evil in everyday life. That's not a bad rating. I've never seen it, but I might check it out. Why not? Stella Shorts, 1998 to 2002. No, it's a 3-man comedy troupe. Okay, so he teamed up there. Okay. I don't know. I just had this image of like Brando, like Stella. Yeah. And I thought it was just a bunch of people doing that shit. The Shape of Things. It's I don't know. I again never saw this one. 2 days, which is what this podcast is turning into. I don't know. Never heard of this one either. Yeah. Again, he teams up with Donnell Logie. All right. The cover looks interesting. I don't know. Like trapped in a computer or something. I don't know. House Hunting. It's a short he did. Yeah. Never. See, again, guys, you gotta understand. Like when you're an actor, you gotta snack some things up. Just do what you gotta do. For every one thing you do, there's probably 10 things nobody's ever heard of. It is what it is. But then all of a sudden, you get a good break, and you land yourself on a hit TV show, a little show called Friends. And he plays Mike Hannigan. Now, again, I'm not a big fan of Friends. I got nothing against the people in the show. It was just never my thing. I don't know, a couple episodes here and there I watched. It was all right, but I don't know. So, again, like the Jennifer Aniston thing, I'm not going to go deep into Friends. That's what she said. But just, whatever. If that's your thing, that's your thing. What are you going to do? But if you're an actor, you pray to be on a hit TV show, especially when it's, past like season, I'm assuming at this point, 5 at least, whatever. I mean, how long did it last? I don't know, like 8, 9 seasons, whatever. So that's pretty good. So if you get to join the cast after that, people recognize you, people are watching, they're going to see you. There you go. Beautiful. So that, again, good milestone there. Get your name out there. It's all good. Then he did a little music video called Anchorman, Afternoon Delight, which was beautiful. But of course, before that came out, one of my favorite comedies of all time, in 2004, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely love this movie. I've always seen the unrated version, which at the time, you gotta understand, DVDs were very popular. Everybody wanted that unrated shit. They thought they were gonna get more, and we did. And again, we were introduced again to Paul Rudd as Brian Fantana. Now, at first, when I saw him in this role, I thought he was Spanish, but they got another Jewish actor to play a Spanish person, Ben Stiller, in the ultimate fight scene there. But yeah, he was great in this. Very funny. He had his whole thing with the ladies, all the colognes and all that. But of course, he had to have the best cologne of all time.
What cologne are you going to go with? London Gentleman or... Wait. No. Hold on. Blackbeard's Delight. No. She gets a special cologne. It's called Sex Panther by Odeon. It's illegal in 9 countries. Yep. It's made with bits of real panther. So you know it's good. It's quite pungent. Oh, yeah. It was a formidable scent. Stings the nostrils. In a good way. Yeah. Brian, I'm gonna be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline. They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time. That doesn't make sense.
Makes sense to me. And it makes sense why they cast him for this role. He was absolutely perfect for it. Everybody was. Steve Carell. A little known name called Will Ferrell. I don't know if you've heard of him. David Koechner, Chris Parnell, Fred Willard, rest in peace. Catherine Hahn, Seth Rogen. Yes, Seth Rogen was in Anchorman. He was in there for a few seconds. He played the cameraman. You even got Danny Trejo in there. Yeah, Christina Applegate. Great cast, guys. Awesome. This is one of the fucking funniest movies of all time. I really do mean that. One of Will Ferrell's best ones for sure in his catalog. Definitely Paul Rudd as well. Yeah. I mean, to me, this is when I really started hearing about him. So, yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, please make it a blockbuster night and check it out. Then he was in a movie called P.S. Never heard of it. Stars Eric from the 70s Show, who almost ruined Venom forever. Wake Up Ron Burgundy. That was the... I mentioned this before. Long story short, okay, this movie, okay, was actually the first Anchorman movie. But what happened was they tested it. It did absolutely horrible. People walked out of it. They had all this unused footage. They included it in like another like box set for the first movie, the DVD for Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy. And yeah, now you know the story. So thank God they redid it and made this movie. Or, the actual Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. So there you go. You're welcome. Soundtracks Live. It's a TV movie he did. He's done a lot of shit. I had no idea. Wow. Okay. Next time, break this into 2 parts. Tennis, anyone? I don't know. The Baxter. The Daily Show showed up in an episode of that. Again, the whole Stella theme going, a TV series he did. And then in 2005, he was part of another great comedic movie called The 40-Year-Old Virgin. And he played David. And ladies and gentlemen, I love this movie. Very funny movie. Made careers out of a lot of people, to be honest. I mean, Steve Carell, Paul Rudd, Romani Malco, Seth Rogen, Elizabeth Banks, Leslie Mann, Jane Lynch, Kat Dennings, Jonah Hill, Mindy Kaling. Shit, this is a really fucking funny movie. And side notes, I don't know why I said side note there. It's actually part of Paul Rudd. But anyways, Paul Rudd honestly did not, he almost did not get this role because they thought he was too fat. Ladies and gentlemen, I would kill to be that fat right there. I'd kill for his hair. I would even kill for that kick-ass t-shirt he had of himself when they were going back and forth on, I know you're gay, because, whatever. The point is, very funny movie. I'm glad he got casted. Ended up working out for everybody. Really, really funny movie. Definitely one of the funnier movies that year. Made over 100 mil. At the same time, Steve Carell was doing The Office, so that's what kind of kept going or kept The Office going there. As a more of a push. Great movie, guys. Excellent movie. Judd Apatow. It's kind of started his career too. I mean, he's done stuff before that. We all know that, But after this, he kind of became, in many ways, kind of the new John Hughes. So props to everybody that was part of that movie. It's a classic. The O in Idaho. Where does that come from? I don't know. 5.5 out of 10. I don't think anybody will ever know. Cheap Seats without Ron Parker. TV series he did. Diggers. I said Diggers. Okay. I don't want to get in shit here. 6.3 out of 10. Okay. Robot Chicken. He did one episode there. Oh, no. Did he? One, two. No. He did a couple things, looks like. Okay. Very funny show. I've always liked this show. I never liked the title. I'll be honest with you. I mean, they always they had a bunch of titles. I think at one point they wanted to call it Toys in the Attic. I don't know. I feel that would have been a more appropriate title. But, hey, it's still a funny show. Still going today, so... The X, we've all had those. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't see this one. Night at the Museum. He was in that, really? Shit, I don't remember that. I remember that, Ben Stiller, and I don't remember him in that. Good little movie. I liked it. Not because I do security, just it's a good little cameos of people. The 10. I don't know what this is either. 5 out of 10. Oof, it's not even close to 10 out of 10. Reno 911 Miami. He was in an episode of that. Then 2007 hits, and Judd Apatow is like, you know what? I got the 40-Year-Old Virgin under my belt. Now I'm going to make another one. Now I'm going to make a star out of Seth Rogen. Okay, and I remember going all over the city of Toronto, seeing his picture there. He had the fro there, and that's the one. Yep, the green background. There you go. And Paul Rudd was ended up being one of his buddies in there, playing Pete. Good little cast of people. Katherine Heigl, who, I don't know, she kind of badmouthed the cast for a while there. There was a little bit of tension there for a while. Jason Segel, Jay Baruchel, Jonah Hill, Martin Starr, Charlene Yee, Harold Ramis, who I always loved that one scene with him and Seth Rogen. It was a great scene. Bill Hader, Craig Robinson, Kim Jong, Alan Tudyk, Kristen Wiig. Again, great cast. Judd Apatow, man, knows how to cast a good movie. So again, I mean, after this, Seth Rogen could basically write his own paycheck. I remember the one scene where they're just getting drunk with their wives there, and I don't know. Seth Rogen's just like a little tips, and he's just looking at Paul Rudd. He's like, "How can you not love this guy? Look at him. Look at his face. I just want to kiss it." Like this is funny. They're just acting the fool, and I don't know. It's funny. It's a good little movie. I don't know. My one buddy afterwards, he was like, "Oh, it makes me want to have a kid." I'm like, "Dude, you should never have a kid." Which one day I will talk about this guy. Because it's a whole saga there. The point is, very good movie, very good follow-up to 40-Year-Old Virgin. So if you like 40-Year-Old Virgin, you'll love this movie. Then again, he was in Reno 911. He was in an episode of Veronica Mars. A movie called I Could Never Be Your Woman. I mean, I don't know. That's what I hear from every woman. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. That's right. He played John Lennon when they had all the Beatles there. And this is a really fucking funny movie. It's one of those movies that didn't do that well at the box office, but became a cult hit later. And basically it's making fun of Walk the Line, like kind of a parody there. And I mean, John C. Reilly was fucking hilarious in it. There's a shit ton of people in this movie. Shit ton of cameos. Really funny movie. Although I've heard you have to get the original version because the version that was released in theaters was only an hour and a half about, and the original cut was like almost 2 hours. So make sure you get that one. That's close to 2 hours. So yeah, definitely check that one out. The Naked Trucker and T-Bone's Show. Okay, well the title alone's got me. Dave Allen, David Kocher, which by the way, that guy's fucking hilarious. I saw him in an episode recently of Tacoma MD. If you ever watched that show, it's about firefighters. The same dudes who did like Super Troopers. A lot of guys in that one. This show did not do that well, but anyways. Over Her Dead Body. No, got nothing here. 5.2. Okay. And then 2008 came Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which basically, if you like the first two movies there, 40-Year-Old Virgin and Knocked Up, you'll love this movie. It's basically the same people there. I believe Joe Siegel wrote this movie. Yep. I think Judd Apatow was one of the producers of this movie, so I mean he had a lot to do with it as well. But again, great cast: Paul Rudd, Jason Segel, Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell, Russell Brand, who, again, this movie absolutely made him a star. It was always funny because I watch him in this movie, and then you see him later on in interviews, and you're like, why is he still acting like his character? I don't get it. So he's like this all the time, or okay, cool. Bill Hader, tons of funny people, tons. Paul Rudd plays a surfer who is completely out of it, But if you ever need weed, he's right there for you. So that's nice. Everybody should have a friend where worst case scenario, should get you weed. I went out with a girl for a little bit, then we were friends, and then I called her. I said, "Can you get us some weed?" And he's like, "You called me for is weed," and whatever. The point is, very funny movie. Check it out. Little Britain USA TV series. I never saw that one. Role Models. Good little movie. Nothing, spectacular, but it's good. I like it. Again, good cast of people. Him and Stifler here, they're just what's it say here? Wild Behavior forces a pair of energy drink reps to enroll in a Big Brother program. I've always said for years I want to be a Big Brother, and then I'm like, I think it's better if I just don't influence kids on my shit. If you listen to my podcast, it's obvious, but yeah, good little comedy. I saw the unrated version. I don't know if that makes a difference. So yeah, check that one out. McLovin's in that one too. Wainy Days. What the fuck is this? I don't know what this is. Got a good rating though. Same guy that brought you Role Models, Wanderlust, Estate, Wet Hot American Summer. Fictionalized adventures looking for love in New York City. Huh. Okay. I don't know. See, this is why I like doing this podcast, because sometimes you find these little gems that you missed out on. So, yeah, all right. There you go. Delocated. He plays Paul Rudd. If you look at the movie poster, everybody's in ski masks for some reason. But they seem like white guys, so, I mean, how scary could they be? I'm joking. Shut up. Anyways, Monsters vs. Aliens. Sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this movie got a lot of shit for not being that good. Like, for like a, whatever you call it, like a Pixar kind of movie, whatever. I thought it was okay. I don't know. I liked Seth Rogen's character. I thought he was funny. But, yeah, I don't know. It was okay. I Love You, Man. Good movie. Good little movie. Him and Jason Segel, or Segal, I don't know how you say it. I don't know. They play pretty well off each other. So basically, one guy refuses to grow up, I guess. One guy needs a fucking male friend, because, I don't know, if you're 40 and you don't have a male friend, there's something wrong with you, man. But, I mean, I may not have that many, like, close friends, but shit, I could still go out and call people, but and again, it's a movie, I get it, so, whatever, we'll give him a pass. But, yeah, good little movie. I always enjoy watching this movie. It's one of those movies, like, let's say if you're seeing a girl, and, I don't know, like, she wants to see something romantic, but then you still want to see something funny, and, some barf and fart humor, which is great. I mean, you'll have to see it for yourself. But the point is, very good movie. Lots of great people in this movie. Yeah, even Jon Favreau's in it. So there you go. Love that man. I got to do a podcast about him one day. I just saw him recently in Spider-Man, which is fucking awesome, by the way. 3 Peter Parkers, man. That's crazy, man. Stalker. It's a short he did. It's the serious roles we were talking about, I guess. Sesame Street, Being Green. Once you become famous, you can honestly get a little role on Sesame Street, then just live out your dream. Unfortunately, that same year he did Year One. God, this is a brutal movie. It's one of these movies that it's got tons of great people in it, but it's like a Mars Attacks kind of thing. It just sucks. I mean. By the way, for those of you who like Mars Attacks, you're stupid. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, like, it's got its moments. I get it, but come on. Like, other than the aliens and come on. Tim and Eric, awesome show, great show. did that. Dinner for Schmucks. I didn't like this one. Again, good cast of people. You got Steve Carell in there, Paul Rudd, Galifianakis, but yeah, just not good. I think this is a remake of another movie that came out years before. No, not for me. How Do You Know, which I believe is Jack Nicholson's last movie he ever did. All these great actors, they end on such shitty movies. That, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Welcome to Mooseport. Fuck me. Anyways, so this movie was shit. Not good. I'm sorry. I know James L. Brooks, the guy's a legend. I get it, but, come on. Our Idiot Brother, I don't know. I mean, it was okay. It had some decent laughs in it. I remember in the beginning of the movie, he just he sells a plain clothed officer weed and literally arrests him 2 seconds after that. It's fucking stupid. But at the same time, that's pretty much the highlight of the movie. That's basically what I remember. Jason Segel and Paul Rudd meet Rush. As I mentioned before, I Love You Man, great movie. In the movie, they're obsessed with Rush. It proves they both got a little Canadian in them, which is awesome. And then they did a little thing I think this is for Funny or Die. It's funny. If you got the chance, check it out. Moves the rise of the new pornographers. How funny is this title? And then how funny is it? And again, if they did this on purpose, this is fucking hilarious. On IMDb, it has a rating of 6.9 out of 10. That's pretty funny. Okay, for that alone, I'm going to have to check out. Rachel Sands is in it. I always liked him. Congrats on losing all that weight, by the way. I know what it's like. So, Wanderlust. It was okay. I mean, again, years later, he teams up again with Jennifer Aniston. I don't know, they go to some, retreat or something or whatever. I don't know. I heard there was a scene that Jennifer Aniston was supposed to get naked in this one, but they took it out last second for some reason. I don't know. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. 7.9 out of 10. I think that's the guy that plays the Flash, I think. I don't know. I never heard of this movie. Never. Yeah, good rating, though. 7.9 out of 10. That's pretty good. What's her name there? Emma Watson. Yeah. The one from Harry Potter, right? Yeah, okay. Easy nerds. Okay, I don't like Harry Potter. Fuck off. Louis, he was in an episode of that. Yeah, I know what happened. Apparently he's coming with a new special, so I want to see that. This is 40. So this is basically the sequel to Knocked Up. Or it says the sort of sequel to Knocked Up. So basically now it's just based on Pete and Debbie, which are played by Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann, which is Judd Apatow's wife. And it was okay. I mean, it was all right. It had some decent laughs. By far the funniest scene, okay? And I will love this man forever, is the scene with Albert Brooks, where they're all just at the table there. They're all just sitting together. And he says something, and I think Leslie Mann says, oh, you're going to play the Jew card? Oh, it's outplayed, And then Albert Brooks says, you can't outplay a Jew card. That's why it's called a Jew card. That's fucking hilarious, man. That was by far the best scene in that movie, when they were just going back and forth. Other than that, it was all right. I mean, don't expect Seth Rogen to pop in. I'll just tell you that right now. I think they implied that they gave him an edible or something, and I don't know. It's decent. I mean, I don't know. It's all right. Prince Avalanche. It was about Colorado? No. No. Never heard about. No. 6. It's got one of those ratings. It could be good, could be bad. 6.4. I don't know. I never heard of it. Admission. Oh, it's just, there you go. We talked about Tina Fey. Back again. I don't know if I remember this one. I don't know. I don't remember this one. I never saw this one. Burning Love is a TV series he did. 8 out of 10. That's not bad. I'll check it out. All Is Bright. Is this a Christmas movie? Yep. Called it. Paul Giamatti, Paul Rudd. I think I sort of heard about this movie. I don't know. I like Paul Giamatti though. He's killing it in Billions. That's for sure. I'm curious to see how that's going to end. This is the end. My only friend. I love this movie. This is a really funny movie. Even when they asked Quentin Tarantino what were your favorite top 10 of that year, he even mentioned this as one of them. Again, if you like 4-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, all the same people are in this movie, plus more. Yeah, really funny movie. It's about a bunch of guys. Actually, it's based on a short film that Jay and Seth did called Jay and Seth versus the Apocalypse. You can see that online. It's only like, 10 minutes or whatever. So that inspired to make this movie. And they're all trapped in there together. They're remaking their movies. They're dealing with their different personalities. And Denny McBride shows up out of nowhere. That guy's fucking awesome, man. I love that dude. He is so funny. But yeah, definitely check that one out if you're a fan of the gang there. Anchorman 2, the legendary Anchorman. The legend continues. He's great. They're all great in this. Obviously, it's not as good as the first one. I mean, I remember when I first saw this movie, I was like, it's okay. Drake's in it. It's cool. But then the second time I watched it, I liked it more. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. You get in those kind of moods. I don't know. Who knows? But, will they make a third one? They said they're not going to, but I don't know. I thought it was still funny. They definitely amped up the cameo fight scene in this one, for sure. A lot of unexpected people showed up. But, yeah, definitely check it out. If you like the first one, you'll like this one. It's not as good, but still good. Hudson Valley Ballers, TV show he did. Children's Hospital, inside pediatrics. I remember this show. I think, yeah. I don't know. Didn't have a lot of, yeah. Above Average Parents, TV series he did. The greatest event in television history. I just want to point out that, despite him doing all these movies, he's still, very much into the TV world. You know what I mean? He still, will show up on a show here and there, and that's crazy, yeah. And, by the way, the greatest event in television history, what they do is they reenact famous shows. So he did Bosom Buddies and Simon & Simon. They do the intros. So the intros for the shows. I don't know if you guys remember Bosom Buddies, Tom Hanks. And I think the other guy just passed away recently. Rest in peace. And they do a scene-by-scene remake of the intro. And they show how they do it and all that. And it's pretty creative the way they do it. So if you got a chance, check it out. They came together. When you're with a woman, let's hope. No, a 5.6 out of 10. I don't think anybody came to this one. I'm sorry. That's harsh, but it didn't get the best rating. Just saying, I didn't see it. Trip Tank TV series. Parks and Recreation, great show. Nick Offerman, that fucker's a genius, man. Amy Poehler, awesome. Originally it was supposed to be Christina Applegate, but I think she had breast cancer at the time and she couldn't do the show. And then Amy Poehler stepped in. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So, yeah, he showed up in a couple episodes of that. Moo One Boy, or Mooney Boy. I don't know how they pronounce that. What the fuck is this? 8.1 out of 10. Okay. It's got that guy. What's his name? Chris O'Dowd. Yeah, he's a funny guy, this guy. Yeah, I've seen him in a couple things. 8.1 out of 10. That's not bad. Let's check that out too. The Little Prince. Sorry. Was a cartoon. Said it before, and I'll say it again. You do the voiceover thing, especially with cartoons, build up a good rep, ka-ching. And then 2015 happened. Actually, no, it happened the last couple of movies. But anyways, he finally becomes part of the Marvel universe. From a guy who almost didn't get cast in a movie because he was overweight. Now all of a sudden he's fit like a superhero. And he becomes Ant-Man, also known as Scott Lang. What I originally heard, they originally wanted Joseph Gordon-Levitt for the role. For some reason, he didn't take it. I have no idea why. It seems like a good fit for him. At first when they heard Paul Rudd was going to do it, maybe like, he's going to do a little goofy, whatever, because he's doing the comedy thing, whatever. I love this movie. I thought it was great. Great cast of people. You got Michael Douglas in there. You got a fellow Canadian. I hope I'm saying this name right. Evangeline Lilly. God, I hope I said that right. She was in Lost, remember? She was Freckles. I think that's what they called her, yeah. Bobby Cannavale, Anthony Mackie, Corey Stoll, Judy Greer, Michael Pena, T.I. even shows up. I love T.I., man. He should, he said some shit before when the baby thing, whatever, but he's, I don't know. Just, he's still a cool motherfucker. But anyways, Garrett Morris makes a really good cameo because keep in mind, on Saturday Night Live, they did, he played Ant-Man. And I'll be honest with you, I don't follow comic books or whatever. Clearly you can tell by this podcast, I can barely read. But he played Ant-Man, and I had no idea there was an actual Ant-Man. I thought they were just making fun of, like, he played a character that nobody ever heard of. In that famous sketch where Belushi played Hulk, and Superman was played by Bill Murray, and I think Dan Aykroyd played the Flash, I think. Yeah, and, Belushi comes out of the bathroom. Oh, Hulk! Oh, come on, it's not going to smell like roses. But anyways, yeah, this movie, I think, definitely passed expectations, for sure. Because a lot of people were like, how are you going to make a movie out of this? A guy that shrinks, and it just sounds stupid. But it worked. 7.3 out of 10. I don't know. I think it deserves a little higher. At least a 7.5. But yeah, I like this movie. This is pretty good. Pretty good. And he does a good job as Ant-Man. I mean, you believe he's the guy. So that's all important when you're making a movie, of course. And yeah, great job. Hopefully they make another one. And they did. And I'll talk about it in a little bit. WHIH News Front TV series Wet Hot American Summer, first day at camp. So yeah, they brought it back. It became a cult classic. They're like, fuck it, we're gonna make a little show out of this. 8 episodes. Why 8 episodes? Because we can't afford all these people anymore. So I'm surprised they even got that far. So there you go. Neon Joe Werewolf Hunter. What the fuck is this? Never heard of this show. 7.2 out of 10. That's not bad. All right. Okay, hunting werewolves. There you go. First it's vampires, then it's werewolves. I don't know. Fuck. And then it's gonna be the Mummy wants revenge, and the Mummy's gonna be pissed because the last 2 years people have been buying toilet paper like fucking crazy. So anyone can quantum. I'm sure they can. The Fundamentals of Caring. Sausage Party. Fucking funny movie, man. I remember seeing this in theaters. That last, 5 minutes of... you know what? It's one of those things you just got to see for yourself. But basically, if you ever wondered if Pixar made a cartoon movie that was rated R, that's this. They had an idea for it. And Seth Rogen and the boys there. Again... It has all the same people in it. If you like Knocked Up, and This Is the End, The 4-Year-Old Virgin, except for Steve Carell. Definitely check it out. Great movie. Lot of... See, again, this is a perfect example of, this movie came out in 2016. the PC culture, was there, creeping there, but still, they stuck to their guns, whatever, they. I mean, I'm just saying, like, how funny is it that Selma Hayek plays a taco? I mean, that's funny. I mean, that's why Selma Hayek is a cool fucking chick. I mean, she gets it. You know what I mean? So, it's just funny, man. If you got the chance, absolutely check it out. Captain America: Civil War, which is definitely one of my favorites in the Marvel universe. I mean, they got a bunch of people in this one. This is a fucking great one. 7.8 out of 10. Come on, man. You gotta push up those numbers, man. This one's a good, easily, like, maybe 8.5. I mean, they did a great job with this one for sure. And again, he gets to play Ant-Man. I love how he's like almost like a fan. Like, they introduce him like out of the van there, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're you. Yeah, this is great." So that's awesome. He did a great job in that awesome movie. Nerdland. That's AKA my apartment. Paul Rudd, Patton Oswalt. If you know who Patton Oswalt is, he was the guy, one of Kevin James's buddies in King of Queens there. Very funny guy. I never heard of this cartoon. 5.3 to 10, not the best rating, but I don't know, I'll check it out. Why not? I like those guys. Bob's Burgers, here's an episode of that. Quantum is Calling, we know. Nightcap, who doesn't? I hate when that happens. I'm going up and down the movies here, and I don't know, they fucking refresh, and then I forgot where the fuck I left off here. Ugh. Here we go. Okay. Fun Mom Dinner. I don't know what this is. Got Molly Shannon. I always said I always liked Molly Shannon. She was always one of my faves on Saturday Night Live. Wet Hot American Summer. 10 years later. Okay. So hey man, it ain't broken, don't fix it. The Catcher was a spy. I get it. The Catcher in the Rye. Is that what they're making fun of? I don't know. I just assume that. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know. Paul Rudd's. This is by far the most serious I've ever seen him on a movie poster. So he's not fucking around in this one. I never saw that one. Didn't get the best rating, but whatever. Ideal Home. Paul Rudd's been busy ever since 4-Year-Old Virgin, eh? Jesus. Didn't see this one. These Dads Suck. I mean, 6.5, it could be good, could be bad, maybe they do suck, I don't know. Another movie was in called Mute. I remember this one. Yeah, it is a Netflix movie. Yeah, I tried watching a bit of it. Sorry, man, I couldn't get into it. I don't know. iZombie TV series. Got a good rating, but I never heard of it. Yeah, never heard of it. Ant-Man and the Wasp. So what? He teams up with an uppity rich white person. Sorry. No. This is him teaming up with the Wasp, and this is the continuation. This is almost like Deadpool 2. It's still good, but it's not as good as the original. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. It's still a good little movie. I mean, I think the problem was, like, people did not expect the first one to be so good. And then the second one was like, it was okay, But still, if you like the first one, you'll like the second one. Avengers Endgame. Shit, what can I say about this movie? Everybody's seen this movie at this point. Everybody knows what happens. A simple, who would have thought that could fuck up so much shit? But anyways, he's got the iced out glove. It's crazy. So of course, you gotta have Ant-Man in here. You gotta have fucking everybody in here, okay? And this movie made how much? $3 billion? My dad's like, "Oh, you think they'll make another one?" I'm like, "Dad, they made $3 billion. Trust me, nobody's fucking dying, okay? They're just taking a nice rest, okay? I mean, obviously, awesome movie. We all know that. Saturday Night Live, Cut for Time. Mr. Microchip. I don't know. I don't think I saw that one. Between Two Ferns, the movie. I mentioned that part before where Zach calls him out on his being a Jew and hiding it so well. And even Paul Rudd laughed after that. That was good. Funny movie, by the way. I love the interviews he does. I mean, the guy's interviewed everybody from Obama to, I don't know, everybody. Jerry Seinfeld, Cardi B, whoever. Yeah, so good little, if you like the skits there that they do on Funny or Die, you'll like the movie. Living with Yourself. Again, it sounds like me. I think I tried watching this. Yeah, he has a twin or something, and I don't know. Me personally, I couldn't get into it. I don't know. You know, it is what it is. You know, I couldn't get into the other movie with the woman playing chess there. I don't know. I tried watching it twice. I don't know. So again, you know, teach his own. You never know. I'm just saying, guys. I can't like everything. You know, but I still like Paul Rudd. He's a good guy. Avengers Damage Control, video game voiceover work, easy money. Conan, did a couple things for Conan, including the thing I played before, over and over and over again. Just keeping that Mac and Me movie alive. Again, Saturday Night Live, did a bunch of stuff on there. Escape from Virtual Island, Audible original audio comedy. I never heard of this. I don't know. 7.3 out of 10. It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Okay. Home movie, The Princess Bride. You see, I heard about this. Okay, so he played Wesley, and okay. I'm almost afraid to watch this because I love the movie so much, and I'm like, it's not going to come close, you know. And it's one of those things that I look, guys, it's there if you want to watch it. You know me, guys. I've watched a movie or two in my life, and yeah, you know, I love Rob Reiner. You know, I'll love Meathead forever. But you know, I'm afraid to watch it. Let's just say that. At Home with Amy Sedaris. He's in an episode of that. Let's see. See, again, it always I don't know. You guys are fucking up my flow here. He was in The Simpsons, but I don't know. It's past season 10, so I don't know. And he's in the TV series What If, which is, I guess, the cartoon version of the Marvel Universe. I mean, I don't care about these things. I got to be honest. I don't care about the comics or whatever. Just give me the movies. That's all I need. So, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail on this one because I already talked about it in previous podcasts I did just a little while ago. And all I can say is this. You love the original, you will absolutely love this movie. I don't give a shit what anybody says out there. They're talking a lot of shit. Oh, it's too sad. It's too shit. Yeah, fuck off, okay? This is a great movie. There's a moment in there. We see all four guys together. We've been dying to see this shit forever. You know, ever since 1989, you know, we had the video game. It was good, don't get me wrong, but, you know, we need to see as close to the real thing as we could. And Paul Rudd plays Gruberson, which is almost like the Rick Moranis character, I guess. He was great in this, honestly. You know, he played the kid's teacher. You know, he's a fan of the Ghostbusters. You know, so he's just part of that world. And you know, if you're an actor, man, you pray that you get a role like this. You know, that you're part of the franchise. And are they going to make another movie? I don't know. Who knows? I hope they do. I think they got a good thing going here. So let's just see what happens. Saturday morning all-star hits. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Like they got a bunch of random people. Looks like doing skits or something. Kyle Mooney. He's on Saturday Night Live. Pamela Adlon, who's a really, really funny person. She was great on Louie. Yeah. I know the whole thing with Louie. I get it. I'm just saying. Emma Stone, Chris Reed, Beck Bennett. It looks like just kind of a sketch show or something. I never heard of it. I got to be honest, but why not? I'll check it out. The Shrink Next Door. Okay, so the series just ended. Stars Will Ferrell doing his best to become a Jew, or just pretending to play a Jewish person. And Paul Rudd finally admitting he is one. Sorry, I mean, just it is like they're kind of overdoing it, you know. Like let's say if a Jewish person will say something like, you know, think of it this way, like that, or you know, fakata, you know. So which by the way is my new favorite word after the series. But yeah, don't expect Will Ferrell to run down the street naked in this one. It's actually more of a comedy drama. It's actually based on a true story off a podcast some guy did. And Will Ferrell, you know, this guy is who was it? His dad just died or something. I forgot, guys. Sorry. He plays Marty Markowitz, and you know he doesn't know what to do in life. He's just, you know, he's got money, but he's got this company that's doing well, and I don't know. He's got no direction. He's got to take over now, and he's you know, he doesn't have the balls to step up, I guess. And then Paul Rudd plays Ike, not the brother from South Park, the character in the show here, and he plays Will Ferrell's the therapist, and they become really good friends. They start hanging out outside of therapy, which is always a good idea. And yeah, like, you gotta give props to Paul Rudd in this role. Like, he plays a real like sneaky prick, you know. Like he really does a good job with this one, and so does Farrell. And one person I absolutely have to give props to in this series, who I think should be nominated for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy is or musical. If I could go figure that one. Catherine Hahn. She does a great job playing Will Ferrell's sister. Excellent. Yeah, she's really good in this. Probably one of the better actors in the show for sure. Casey Wilson, Cornell Womack, Robin Bartlett, Amir Talahi, who as soon as I saw this guy, I knew exactly who this guy was. If you ever saw Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay, remember the guy that they visit in Miami, whatever, and he's got like I don't know, the pubes like Osama bin Laden's beard. He's in this for a bit. Good little cast of people. But, you know, it's more based on Farrell, Rudd, for sure, going back and forth. And Catherine Hahn and Casey Wilson. Casey Wilson plays Paul Rudd's wife. And, yeah, like I said before, Catherine Hahn, sister. Really good performances. Really, really, really well acted, for sure. Yeah, so you get to see Paul Rudd play a bit of a prick. Like, you know, he always plays this comical guy or whatever. But, yeah, he shows that, you know, he can be that guy that you want to hate on screen. So he kind of lives up to his IMDb picture there. So that's good. Yeah, so definitely check this out. It just ended, so you can watch, you know, the whole thing. I think it's on Apple TV. Or it's on one of those. I don't know. Go figure it out. I don't know. Guys, I can't do everything for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, so this is a really good show. Definitely check it out. And the last thing that Paul Rudd is currently working on that will not be out till 2023, and I don't know, the way COVID's going right now, it may not be till 2027, is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. It's in post-production. Of course, he's coming back as Ant-Man, Scott Lang. Let's check it out here. Let's see who else we got. We got Evangeline Lilly. Notice how I say that name really slow, just so it'll, yeah. She's cool. Yeah, so of course she's playing the Wasp. Obviously she's got to be in it. Bill Murray. Okay. You got Bill Murray in there. Okay. I like that. Michelle Pfeiffer's back. Okay. You got Jonathan Majors, who apparently looks like he's going to play the main bad guy in Creed 3. I'm a little scared here, guys. I don't see Sylvester Stallone anywhere. Okay. There's no name for him yet. Is he going to be Mr. T's kid? I don't know. Sly, where are you, bud? I don't... No, dude, you got to be in this still. Come on now. Don't, you know... I like the Expendables too, don't get me wrong. But, you know, you got to... You know, and Rambo's done. Okay, cool. But, you know, you did the whole violent Home Alone thing the last 10 minutes. Cool. Director's cut. But you still got to be in it. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. I'm supposed to be talking about Paul Rudd, but I'm Italian first. So Sly, okay, please be in Creed 3, okay? Thank you. Michael Douglas, love that dude. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because, I don't know, he said he got throat cancer because he ate too much pussy. Jeez. I don't know. Every movie he's in, I don't know, he always has the worst luck with women. But anyways, Catherine Newton, Paul Fairley, Tony McCarthy. That's pretty much it so far. So, who's Bill Murray gonna play? Like, is he the bad guy now? I don't know what's going on here, guys. I have no idea. The Further Adventures of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Thanks, Tips. Yeah, it says everything. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's all Paul Rudd has to offer at this point. Yeah, we've only been talking about it for an hour. Yeah, Paul Rudd's a cool dude, man. I do have to say this, though. He is such a cool guy. I remember they were doing some kind of telethon years ago, and you can see on YouTube this. They spun some wheel, and you can make Paul Rudd do anything or something, and like he literally like somebody ate food or something, and then he had to they put it in his mouth, and he had to regurgitate it or something. It's pretty disgusting. But the point is, Paul Rudd is willing to do anything for his and her audiences. His audience. I don't know why I said her there. This is almost fucking 3 hours. Holy shit. The point is, okay, Paul Rudd is a cool dude. And yeah, the guy shows no signs of slowing down. And again, he's part of the Marvel universe forever now. You know, or until they all resurrect them all back again. Yeah. So that's it. You know, what more can you say? Paul Rudd is a nice guy. And he's going to be continuing to be a nice guy. Why? Because he's Paul Rudd.